She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends and that's the plan. I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo, this wanna kick it, Jackie Chan.
Now if we're talking body, you got a perfect one, so put it on me. Swear it won't take you long if you love me right. We fuck for life, on and on and on.
I'm on that good cushion alcohol. I got some damn bitches I can call. What's that? I don't know what I would do without y'all. I'm a ball till the day I fall. I'm on that good cushion alcohol. I got some damn bitches I can call. What's that? I don't know what I would do without y'all. I'm a ball till the day I fall.
I like beer.
Smile like you mean it.
Perfect one, so put it on me.
Smile like you mean it.
Now if we're talking body,
Smile like you mean
you
it.
got a perfect one, so put it on me.
I'm a ball till the day I fall.
I know it's hard to admit it that you found love. It's hard to stay in it, but he's better than anyone I've seen you with before. It's true love, don't fake it. You better not, you better not. It's right here, don't waste it. You better not, you better not.
Can we forget about the things I said when I was drunk? I didn't mean to call you that. I can't remember what was said or what you threw at me. Please tell me why. The car is in the front yard and I'm sleeping with the clothes on. Came through the window last night.
You better not. It's true love, don't fake it. You better not, you better not. It's right here, don't waste it. You better not, you better not.
Because when the sunshine, we shine together. Told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be your friend. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, ella, eh, eh, eh. Under my umbrella. Ella, ella, eh, eh, eh. Under my umbrella. Ella, ella, eh, eh, eh. Under my umbrella. Ella, ella, eh, 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 eh.
Lifestyle to the rich and the famous. They're always complaining, always complaining. If money is such a problem, well, they got mansions. Think we should rob them. Lifestyle to the rich and the famous. We'll take clothes, cash, cars, and homes. Just stop complaining. If money is such a problem, well, they got mansions. Think we should rob them.
begging there for some paper. Took your mama 9 months to make ya. Might as well take what your mama gave ya. You looking good in them jeans. I bet you look even better with me in between. I keep my mind on my money, money on my mind. But you's a hell of a distraction when you shake your behind.
Just like nicotine, heroin, morphine. Suddenly I'm a fiend, and you're all I need, all I need. Yeah, you're all I need. It's you, babe, and I'm a sucker for the way that you move, babe. And I could try to run, but it would be useless. You're the babe, just like you. I know I'll never, ever, ever be the same.
They don't speak our language. They say we're too savage. No, we don't give up anymore. Today, Junior.
I'll never be the same.
Damn, I ain't be going psycho. Lil' mama bad like Michael. Can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry on. You, my roof look like a no-show. Got diamonds by the polo. Come with the Tony. I just for crumbs and all the petrol. Know you're mine.
Please.
Hands on your body. I don't wanna waste no time. I can't look away. I just gotta say, and I'm like, whoa, man, my legs so goddamn cold. Diamonds when my teeth are so. I can always let it go. I just let you know you're.
It's my kick in the box. My kick in the box, baby. It's my kick in the box. My kick in the box, girl. I'm gonna get you a house in the hills. A girl like you needs something real. Wanna get you something from the heart. Something special. It's my kick in the box.
Babe, don't make a sound. 2 a.m. love, gotta keep it down. Don't wait around for a signal now. Give me some verb, I ain't taking now. You wanna ride in the 6, you wanna dine in the 6. But when I lean for the kiss, you said I'll probably send you some pics. And I'm like, hell no, we're waiting too long. Hell no, I want that cruel love. Hell no, we're waiting too long. Hell no, I want that cruel love. Body of mine, losing all my innocence. Yeah, body of mine, finding all my innocence. Yeah, body of mine, losing all my innocence. Yeah, body of mine, finding all my innocence.
And she says, I wish that I could be like the cool kids. 'Cause
to what's going on in the parents' bedroom. Sometimes I wanna be on TV and it's that loose, but can't.
If I could write you a song to make you fall in love, I would already have you up under my arm. I use up all of my tricks. I hope that you like this, but you probably won't. You think you're cooler than me. You got designer shades just to hide your face, and you wear them around like you're cooler than me. You never say hey or remember my name. It's probably because you think you're cooler than me.
How would you like to die today, motherfucker? No.
Cause it's easy once you know how it's done. You can't stop now, it's already begun. You feel it running through your bones, and you jerk it out.
Nice to meet you where you been. I could show you incredible things. Magic, madness, heaven, sin. Saw you there and I thought, oh my god, look at that face. You look like my next mistake. Love's a game, wanna play. So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over. If the high was worth the pain. Got a long list of ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane, but I got a blank space, baby. And I'll write your name. Oops, I got 99 problems singing bye bye bye. Hold up, if you wanna go and take a ride with me, better hit me, baby, one more time. Paint a picture for you and me, all the days when we were young, singing at the top of our lungs. You go.
And baby, it's amazing I'm in this maze with you. I just can't crack the code. One day screaming you loud and loud, the next day you're so cold. One day you're here, one day you're there, one day you're there. It's so unfair. Sipping from your cup till it runs down. Holy grail.
Bring that ass back like a boom boom.
I like dollars, I like diamonds, I like stunning, I like shining, I like $1,000,000 deals. Where's my pen? Bitch, I'm signing. I like those Balenciagas, the ones that look like socks. I like going to the Tula, I put rocks all in my watch. I like sexes from my exes when they want a second chance. I like proving niggas wrong, I do what they say I can't. So that bitch, I'm sorry though, got my coins like Mario. Yeah, they call me Cardi B, I
ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. You stick out of the crowd, baby, it's a no-brainer. It ain't that hard to choose. Him or me, be for real, baby, it's a no-brainer. You got your mind on loose, go hard and watch the sunrise. One night it changed your whole life. Up top, drops out, baby, it's a no-brainer. Put 'em up if you're ready, yeah, 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 yeah. So, yeah, whoa, I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. Baby, it's a no-brainer. You, girl.
Yeah, I know you like to fake your shit don't stink, but lean a little bit closer, see, roses really smell like boo boo boo. Yeah, roses really smell like boo boo boo, like boo boo boo.
You say this shit is bananas. This shit is bananas. This shit is bananas. This shit is bananas. Few times been round that track, so something's gonna happen like that. 'Cause it ain't no holler back, girl. Ain't no holler back, girl. Few times been round that track, so something's gonna happen like that. 'Cause ain't no holler back, girl.
It's not delivery. It's
These nuts.
Swing, swing, swing from the tangles of my heart is crushed by a former love. Can you help me find a way to carry on again? I miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing, "This'll be the day that I die." That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. Swing, swing, swing from the tangles of my heart. It's crushed by a former love. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing, "This'll be the day that I die."
She can get a taste. She can get a taste. What it say? Start saying like Mary Kate. She can get a taste. Let you get a taste. Did he let her taste? Yeah, that's cool, but he ain't like me. Slide on the 10th game with my pinky ring. Lot of gang, lot of beats in the icy chain. Why you claim that you rich, that's a false claim. I be straight to the rib, no baggage claim. Whole lot of styles, can't even pronounce the name. You ain't got no style, see you on my Instagram. I be rocking it like it's fresh out the pen. Only when I'm taking pics, I'm the middleman.
We might not know why, we might not know how, but baby tonight, we're beautiful now. We'll light up the sky, we'll open the clouds. 'Cause baby tonight, we're beautiful now. We're beautiful. Yes, Juliet, are you with me? Rain is falling down on the sidewalk. I won't go until you come outside. Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away, but girl, tonight you look so pretty as you do. Times Square can't shine as bright as you. I swear it's true. Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me.
And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kinda liked it. And I said, well, that's the one thing we got.
You said that we would always be. Without you, I feel lost at sea. Through the darkness, you'd hide with me. Like the wind, we'd be wild and free. You said you'd follow me anywhere. But your eyes tell me you won't be there.
Positive.
Would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep. Cause they'd fill the open air and leave teardrops everywhere. You'd think me rude, but I would just stand and stare. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, cause everything is never as it seems. When I fall asleep,
One more time, thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. It tastes like you, sweeter. One night, yeah, one more time, thanks for the memories, thanks for the memories. It tastes like you, sweeter.
but I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell. I know right now you can't tell, but stay a while and maybe then you'll see a different side of me. I'm not crazy, I'm just a little impaired. I know right now you don't care, but soon enough you're gonna think of me and how I used to be.
I'm a sick fuck, I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck, I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck, I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck. You're such a fucking hoe, I love it. You're such a fucking hoe, I love it. I'm a sick fuck, I like a quick fuck.
your mama don't know. Our song is the way you laugh. The first date that I didn't kiss her, man, I should have. And when I got home, for I said amen, asking God if he could play it again. She's a mean and crazy dictator, disco diva, and you wonder who's that chick? Who's that chick? Too hot for you to keep her, too hot for you to leave her. Who's that chick?
When the fuck did we get ice cream?
Significant.
Don't know me.
She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan. I just saw the sushi from Japan. Now yo bitch wanna kick it, Jackie Chan.
Load out your strap. Go beer on Friday night. A pair of jeans that fit just right. And the radio, oh, I sing song. See the love in my woman's eyes. Feel the touch of my precious child. And oh, mother's love.
She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan. I just saw the sushi from Japan. Now yo bitch wanna kick it, Jackie Chan.
I should be over
Approval.
all the butterflies,
Approval.
but I'm into you. I'm into you. And baby, even on the worst nights, I'm into you. I'm into you. Let them wonder how we got this far, 'cause I don't really need to wonder at all. Yeah, after all this time, I'm still into you. And the Jay-Z song alone. So I put my hands up to playing my song. The butterflies fly away. Nodding my head like yeah. Moving my hips like yeah. I got my hands up to playing my song. I know I'm gonna be okay. Yeah. It's a party in the USA. Yeah. It's a party in the USA. Yeah. It's a party in the USA.
Where to go?
Like a thief in the night, I'm coming for your heart, I'm coming for your heart. This time it's anything goes. I guess I'm just a selfish ghost. Like a thief in the night, I'm coming for your heart, I'm coming for your heart. This time it's anything goes. I guess I'm just a selfish ghost.
When you say it like that, oh, oh, got me falling right back, oh, oh. When you say it like that, oh, oh, let me fuck you right back, oh, oh.
I guess I'm just a selfish ghost.
'Cause you're hot and you're cold, you're yes then you're no, you're in and you're out, you're up and you're down, you're wrong when it's right, it's black and it's white. We fight, we break up, we kiss, we make love. You don't really wanna stay, no. You don't really wanna go. You're hot and you're cold, you're yes then you're no, you're in and you're out, you're up and you're down.
Alright, Gambino is a mastermind. Fuck a bitch to pass the time. Mass appeal.
Ladies and gentlemen, traders, today we have kicked off the week the way that people dream of. We have kicked off the week the way that people say, oh man, that is a dream start. It is birdieing the first hole. It is a three-pointer in the first 3 seconds. It is a Hail Mary pass for a touchdown on the first play of the day. Traders, today I am starting off my day already with a total profit of $4,875. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. We are kicking off our day already up $4,875. Oh my, oh my. Traders, that is what I wanted to do. This is how I want to start off a week. So, I'm going to be the first one to always be transparent, guys. Trust me, when I make money, you guys will see it. But let's also, again, be honest with each other. Do I show you when I lose? 100%. I have not hid or hidden or hide or whatever the proper pronoun is. One trade throughout 2026 in any way. You see when I win, you see what I lose. And so far, April has been my toughest month. Let's recap here for a second here, ladies and gentlemen. In April, or excuse me, throughout 2026, we started off January with full transparency and made $15,000. Then we went into February and we made around $14,100, just a little shy of 15 grand. Then we went over into March and we only made about 3 grand, 15 grand, 4 grand, 3,500. And then we went into April. And ladies and gentlemen, what happened in April? What happened in the very beginning of April? We won on our first trade, but then we took some hits. Guys, we took some hits. We were down. Let's say this again, open and honestly. We were down roughly around $9,000 in April. Not anymore. Not anymore! So now, we've been able to crawl out of this a little bit. Last week, we were able to win every single day last week. I don't know if you guys saw this here. Let me go back over to my images over on, this is how I always can just kind of track my P&Ls. You guys could see, last week, we did make $838. That was on April 23rd. That was on Thursday. Last week, we were able to make some big monies as well. You guys could see April 21st, made again $1,500. That was over on Tuesday. And then did we have a nice profit as well before that? 1,046, April 20th. That was on Monday. Monday, we made $1,000. Tuesday, we made again $1,500. And then on Thursday, we were able to make over $836. Ladies and gentlemen, now on top of that, we are adding this $5,000 profit. Traders, I'm not sure the exact number, but we are now less than $3,000 away from getting back into the green in April. All right. Because again, what hurt me big was I had a $5,000 loss in April. Do you guys remember that? That was like the first week of April, I lost 5 grand. And that really set the tone. And it was like, oh, dang. Then again, I had a few small, $800 losses, $700 losses, $1,000 loss. But last week, $1,000 win, $1,500 win, $800 win. Now again, making back $5,000. We are still slightly in the red, but we could do this. We could now pull this off, that over the next 2 to 3 days, if we could just make another about $2,500, we can actually finish this April back into the green and keep this green streak going. So, this was incredible. This was awesome. This is, again, exactly what I was looking for. Now, let's talk about this as well, traders. We got about 5 minutes until the 8 a.m. press release. But let's talk about how this happened. So first things first, guys, what time did this happen at? It happened at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, I started getting myself involved over on these plays. Now, as we know, we do have a 7 a.m. press release. Deck, how did Orca even come into your mind? You guys already know that answer. Fox Runner. I was sitting here, traders. I always look at all the analyst alerts. And then guess what happened? It was, let's go back to, where, right here. Guys, Orca, 7:02 a.m. Okay? Orca came out on Fox Runner at 7:02 a.m. where it says positive week 16 data. Announces positive week 16 data from Orca. Positive data on phase 2. Guys, I love it. So guess what I did? I saw this alert come on out. I ran over to Orca, and then I saw this. Orca went from $70 to $80 to $90. And I said, this is kind of one of those kind of crazy runners. I'm going to give it a chance. So I jumped in with 250 shares at $93. And then guess what happened? $93, $95, $100, $110, $115, $120. And ladies and gentlemen, to be frank with you, if you're saying, why did I get out at 112? I was up $4,875, and I just said, I'm happy. That's all it was. There wasn't any other reason on why I got out other than the fact that $5,000 in the matter of 2 minutes is more than enough. I got in at 7:03 and 56 seconds. Let's just round that to 7:04. I got out at 7:06. This was a little over 2 minutes of trading, and I made more than what some people make an entire month. Imagine that. Imagine trading for 2 minutes and making what some people make an entire month here. That's what's so insane. That's what's so amazing. That's what's so incredible right here. So that was the trade that I did to kind of get myself back here. And it was, again, 250 shares. It was about a $22,000 investment. And the stock just took off. So, you know, it really came on down to just being ready, being alert, you know, seeing Orca come out right here. And, you know, that was the most beautiful thing. So, guys, we are getting ready for the 8 a.m. press release wave. 8 a.m. press release wave coming on up. We are, everyone, make sure you guys are filtered from 0 to 30 million in float. We'll be all set, ready to rock and roll. We do have SGMT as the #1 top gainer, YASS as the #2 top gainer, and USEG. So basically, as you guys can see, we do have all of the stocks that have news are the top gainers today. So all the stocks that have news are the top gainers so far today, which is good. You know, kind of makes it very easy and credible and, you know, easy to kind of follow. So let's see. We're taking a look here, traders. We did have some news earlier, just a little heads on up, you know, on YAS, SGMT, these plays right here. Cool. Let's just see what we have, guys. USEG Energy. Is oil starting to rise right now? Let's just go ahead and take a look at USO. No, oil's not rising at this moment. So that's a little crazy. S&P 500. Guys, S&P 500 sitting at new record highs. Guys, we're about to open up at some new record highs right here. Love seeing that. That's going to be fun. That's going to be exciting. You know what's also sitting at new record highs? NVIDIA. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys see this? NVIDIA is testing its record highs. So for all you AI NVIDIA traders, NVIDIA is one of, again, my investments in my long-term portfolio. You know, good job. You know, as you guys know, I do have NVIDIA, I do have Apple, I do have Google. What's, you guys know this though, what is my heaviest investment out of the Mag 7? Mag 7 is Meta, Google, Amazon, NVIDIA. My biggest one is Amazon. So for anyone that just wants to know, my heaviest investment out of all Mag 7 plays in my entire retirement account is Amazon at this moment. Okay? And to see Amazon go from 200 to 263, we are crushing right now. We are doing great. So again, 200 to 263, we are seeing again, you know, a great rip, and Amazon is currently sitting at all-time highs. So right now, traders, everything is as good as it can be. We're making money this morning. Stock market's at all-time highs. We got the 8 a.m. press release wave on the way. Traders, for anyone who does not know, over the last, again, little time, I have not been shorting either. I've actually been going long on plays. And you might say, whoa, Deck, you're going long? It's because the long plays are winning right now. We are seeing plays spike and spike high. So yeah, you know, I've kind of stepped back from shorting the last like 2 weeks. And I've only been going on longs. I've only been going for breakouts. I've only been, you know, going on these rips and runs because these are the ones that are making us the most amount of money. So, guys, 8 o'clock is here. Everyone, let's get ready to trade. Everyone, let's get ready to make this money. Everyone, let's get ready to see what we have. We do have acquire. DFDV real quick. DFDV. Nope, nothing there just yet. Partnership. TSQ partnership. Again, what I like to do is I like to just type in anything that has some keywords, and then I like to just see if there's like a big green candle. See if there's any sort of big green spike that comes from it. You know? ALP. Guys, ALP might have a quick rip. ALP again talks about NVIDIA. Now, they're not partnering with NVIDIA, but sometimes when you just put the word NVIDIA on it, it kind of leads to like some spikes and rips and runs. So we do have an NVIDIA press release, ALP, very tiny. I'm not going to touch it. FLX, no. BBBY, a little bit of hype here. SKLZ, worth watching. SKLZ, guys, this is a great mid-candle breakout pattern. So AM Trader, I again appreciate the heads up over there. SPI to demonstrate AI. Right now here, I'm just kind of looking around. Nothing big just yet here. We are sitting back. We are waiting. We are watching. If we don't get anything too big at 8 o'clock, that's okay. USCG is the best top gainer, though, I'm seeing right now. USCG, best top gainer I'm seeing at this moment. No big spikes, no big rips, no big runs just yet. Agreement. Right now here, team. Don't need that just yet. All right, I think we're fine right now. Nothing too big right at 8 a.m. Yeah, nothing too big at 8 a.m. just yet. Nothing too big, nothing too wild, nothing too crazy at 8 a.m. at this moment. We are absolutely fine. If anything does come on out, we will be right here. We'll be ready to go, and we'll be ready to attack. But right now, traders, there's nothing that came out on Fox Runner here that was too big, too exciting at the 8 a.m. press release wave. So, just going through again, top gainers, USEG, ONCO, YAAS, SGMT, QCML. So, guys, let's take this time to kind of be prepared. If one of my favorite things to do is let's just see what is the best, right? Let's see what stocks are the best right here. Now, USEG actually did come out with a press release, as you guys could see at this moment. So, again, USEG... this stock did come out with a press release. What is this press release? Let's go ahead and kind of break this on down. We'll go over it all together. So what we have, if we're taking a look at the best of the best press releases of today, we do have all top gainers. USEG has a 3-star press release. It is stating right here, we have a 5-year agreement. When did this come out? This came out at 7 a.m. Eastern time. Now USEG, it says U.S. Energy Corp signs a 5-year helium offtake agreement with investment-grade global leader in industrial gases. So there was credibility over on USEG, just a little heads on up. Let me again actually grab this. I want to post this for everyone, just so they have that, as this is the #1 best spiker as of now. This is the best climber as of now. This is the stock that, has the majority of the action. So let me actually, I always like kind of taking a picture of the chart and this right here. And then I just want to post this over on social media for every single person. Because USCG, we have a 5-year agreement. Now remember here, traders, what do I preach? What do I scream always at the top of my lungs? I always scream, hey, stocks spike because of credibility. Credibility is news. If a gas company just got a 5-year contract, a 5-year deal, that's going to make people buy it, right? News equals breakouts. Breakouts equal you making money. If you guys can jump in on plays, the moment they come out with news, that's where all the hype, that's where all the momentum starts coming on through. So USCG is the best play that I see at this time. USCG is the best stock that I see at this moment. We are going to kind of do a little deep dive into that, but I just wanted to post this really quickly for every single person so that you guys are all good. All right, awesome. So USCG, let's talk about it. Because as of now, we know it is the #1 top gainer on Fox Runner for best news. We also know it's not only best press release, it's also the #1 best stock overall. USEG is up 44%. So this is the best stock overall, and it's the best stock with news at this time, right? So those are two awesome things that have USEG going on it. Now, USEG, what can we do on this play? This play is a little bit kind of slow and steady. It's working itself on up, but it's climbing very nicely. It's 32 million in float, which is a little bit big, but not big for, again, $1. Now, again, a lot of people always ask me that. People will be like, oh, Deck, it's 32 million in float. It's 50 million in float. That's too big in float. Not if the stock is only $1. Does that make sense? You know, what we're looking for with low float plays are stocks that have limited shares available. The float are the shares available to the public. When you have a low float and you have a big demand, the stock can spike very rapidly. That's how you get these big rips and runs. Now you might say, hold up, wait a minute. You told us that low floats are 10 million, 5 million, 1 million. How is 30 million okay to spike like this? Because the stock is only $1. When you have a $1 stock, people can buy more shares, which means the float can get gobbled up quicker. So it's a big difference between a 35 million in float $10 stock or a 35 million in float 90-cent stock. Which one can you buy more, 90 cents of? Or again, let's go with a $10 one. $10, maybe again, you guys can only purchase 100 shares. But with, again, USEG, you could purchase maybe 10,000 shares. So the float is okay if it's a little bit on a lower price play. So USEG right here, stock started spiking 87 cents up to $1.50. Does have good credibility behind it. Does have that 5-year contract. Stock right now is going to have some sort of resistance. The reason why it's going to have some sort of resistance is because it does have 155. 155 old spiking highs. It's right around 153, 154. That's an old spiking high, and it's basically where it's at right now. If USEG does get a reversal, it's probably going to be happening in the next few minutes. Okay? So USEG here, we're going to continue to keep our eyes peeled on this, but if you're looking for a quick little 10 cent, 15 cent short back on, down towards 140, it definitely could be happening in the next 10 to 15 minutes as we are at a reversal area. Now, let's say we break this. Let's say USEG breaks through 150. I mean, we have room to run all the way up towards around 167. And then obviously, if you want to be extremely optimistic, I mean, we have spiking highs up to 275. We have some old spiking highs, 215. I would say start off by staying above the price of 155. You know, right now we're at 152. We're at some old resistance where people will sell, where shorters will move in. So, USEG, do I love it? I like it. Am I going to trade it? Not right now, no. I'd rather look for something new and fresh that has room to rip and run. So USEG is by far the #1 best play that we see at this moment. Now let's see what else we have here. We have ONCO. Now, ladies and gentlemen, ONCO, we're not seeing any news from this play here this morning over on ONCO. But what I do believe is that ONCO had news on Friday. Let me actually scroll down to the bottom here. I believe ONCO had news on Friday. Yep, look at this, guys. ONCO. ONCO right here released an 8K filing. So they released on a Friday's after hours, does have a 51% gain. So ONCO did not have any news this morning. It didn't have any news on Friday, but it did release a filing, an 8K filing here. And there's nothing too big out of this 8K filing, to be honest. There was no purchases or any sort of insider transaction, nothing crazy. It's just saying, again, they're changing up their board of directors. So ONCO is a stock that did have an 8K filing on Friday. You could see this morning the stock did go from 57 cents and rip up to $1. Right now it's sitting at 81 cents. I'm not the biggest fan of this. I really don't see much reason on why it's spiking. Why could it go on a spike? Why could it go on a rip and run? Right here, guys. What I'm clicking, 706,000 in float. Not even a 1 million in float stock. This play might just get hype. It might just get attention. People sometimes say, let's just buy whatever is the lowest float play, and hopefully it turns into some big momentum plays. Hopefully it turns into some big pump and dump. Hopefully it turns into some massive ripper and runner. You know what I mean? So ONCO, not really my favorite. USEG might turn right around 150 as we just talked about. ONCO, I really don't see too much, reasoning behind it. YAAS. Guys, YAAS, this one did have credibility this morning. When you guys take a look over on the news or filings, this is actually the #2 best press release at this time. Now, what did YAAS come out with? Well, guys, if you guys got to see this, let me open up the full article here. It says, YAAS announces to strategically acquire YATOP, which is worth 10.8 million shares to expand global TikTok ecosystem. So basically, what do we have here? We have YAAS at this time, right? Acquiring another business that has to do with TikTok. Now, TikTok is a pretty popular social media app. All right, people like to go on there and kind of get a little silly, start dancing and everything, but it's a big money maker. So if YAAS acquires another company, you now gain that company's assets. You now gain that company's revenues. You now gain those companies' partnerships. Your company is worth more when you acquire something else. It's just like you as a human. If you, again, are sitting, let's say you weigh 100 pounds, okay? And there's a 10-pound turkey in front of you, and you eat all 10 pounds of that turkey. You now weigh 110 pounds. You consumed that, again, turkey, and now, again, it's part of your weight. Same exact thing with a business. You're $1 million company. You buy a $500,000 company. You are now worth a $1.5 million company, which is going to be reflected in the shares price. So YAAS right here, the stock went from 92 cents up to 160. It's losing a little bit of hype, but it's a good press release. It's one of the better press releases so far. So again, USEG trying to get a little spike right now, little heads on up, still spiking, just broke through 150. ONCO, I really don't care about it. YAAS did acquire another company. USEG, guys, this was the one with the 5-year contract, just doing a little review. What about SGMT? SGMT right here, guys, this is the number 3 best press release at this time. So SGMT did come on out with a offering, but there's also right here, SGMT talks about provides a strategic update. So sometimes, again, what is this strategic update that you guys are seeing over on this play? It's saying phase 3 clinical trials and talking about human trials on phase 1. So it's phase. It's basically talking about their medication. It's talking about their trials. It's talking about the biopharmaceutical behind this. And whatever these updates are, investors are liking it. Whatever these updates are saying, positive. You know, SGMT going from 6 to 7 to 8 to 9. Guys, this is a very profitable play. So far, SGMT has been one of the hottest movers, right? If we take a look over on SGMT going from $6 to $9, that's a big jump. That's a big move right there. So again, SGMT, a very hot play that might get a lot of action back towards it. You also might form this little head and shoulders pattern. If you guys go back to, let's say, like a 2-minute time frame, I can clearly see here's a shoulder, here's a head, here's a shoulder. I do think you guys will see probably back up near 790 or so. So SGMT could have a little trade back up to 790. 790 could either pop and break on out, or 790 could be the next short. SGMT does have a good press release behind it. The only press release I really don't like today, just to be frank with you, is ONCO. ONCO came out with an earnings report, and that was about it. All right, that was it. Other than that, traders, we had ORKA, which again came out with positive data as well. And as you guys know, ORKA was my baby today. The stock that I was able to make, again, a small little gain on of $5,000 this morning. So ORKA, this was, again, my $5,000 trade this morning. And again, this one went from $70 all the way up towards 120, and we were able to nail that. We jumped in at 7 a.m. this morning and was able to make $4,875, getting us almost back into the green on April. So traders, we got to keep this party going right now, but I wanted to talk about, you know, some of these plays. We know right now, though, USEG is the best play as of right now, but it's still not it's not my type of play. Now, it's like, Deck, what do you mean it's not your type of play? You don't like a play that's moving up? I like a play that's quicker than this. I like a play that's I want to see a stock go from $5 to $9 rather than $1 to $160. You know what I mean? Like, still, you could have the same 70% move if we go from whatever, $5 up towards, you know, $8.75, or again, $1 up towards around the price of $170. It's still, again, like that 70% move. I just like seeing dollars move quicker rather than trading pennies. Big day here, baby. Let's get ready to crush it here today. Let's get ready to go here today. Let's get ready to get after it here today. process here. So we are absolutely fine at this time. There's no reason for us to hurt our accounts. We are all good, waiting for kind of like that next main mover. So traders, let's talk about the S&P 500 for a little bit. Right now, the S&P 500 is sitting at 714. What was, again, where did we close off on Friday? Let's actually go ahead and take a look. Friday, we closed on off right around this high of 714.45. So we are right next to record highs at this moment. We are right next to record highs at this time. And I mean, it is so awesome. It's almost like everyone forgot what we did 2 months ago. You know, a month and a half, 2 months ago, everyone was thinking we're about to fall into a recession. Ladies and gentlemen, it is almost complete opposite right now. Year to date, the S&P 500 is coming up to a 5% gain. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness here, guys. Let's take a look at some other place. Nvidia stock. Year to date, we're currently up 10% on Nvidia. Let's take a look at Amazon. Amazon stock. Year to date, we're up 16%. Let's go, baby. What about Google stock? Google stock right here. Year to date, we are currently sitting with an 8.5% gain. Oh my, oh my. Let's go ahead. I want to take a look at some of my other more riskier investments. What about Palantir? Is Palantir up year to date? Year to date, it's still down 14%. So again, not everything I touch has won. Right now, Palantir is still down 14%. Little heads on up for you guys. Let's take a look at Oklo. OKLO. This is again one of these nuclear plays. Oklo year to date down 8%. So I do have Oklo. I do have Palantir. What else do I have? I also have Uber. Let's see what Uber's doing year to date. Uber stock year to date. What are we at? Down 9%. So yes, and this is why sometimes again, you know, trading the S&P 500 up 5%, Nvidia up 10%. We do have Amazon up 16%. We do have Google up 8%. And then we are down on Uber. We are down on Oklo. We are down on Palantir. What are we are up though? What about AMPX? AMPX here, ladies and gentlemen, year to date, we're up 136%. We like that. We like seeing that. So, absolutely awesome. It is great to see again, you know, a lot of this money coming on through. It's a great to see a lot of this action coming on through here. Now, for anyone who does not know either, this is a massive week for earnings. Earnings reports are on the way, and this is going to be an absolutely massive week for earnings. Traders, so anyone who does not know, we do have, I believe it's like, let's scroll on down here. I know I saw it earlier here, right here. If you guys take a look, we do have earnings reports to watch this week. We do have Robinhood. We do have BE, Bloom Energy, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, Apple, the #1 biggest spiker in 2026, SNDK. We do have Reddit. We do have Google, just to name a few. Traders, over again the next few days, we are going to be having absolute crazy earnings reports. This is the biggest week of earnings with Robinhood, with Bloom Energy, with Microsoft, with Amazon, with Meta, SoFi, Google, Ford, Qualcomm, Chipotle, Apple, SanDisk, Western Digital, Reddit. Traders, this is the biggest week of earnings throughout the entire earnings season here. So that is so important. So important for you guys to realize. And I do want to make sure that you guys are all set, ready to go here. So, you know, that is going to be awesome. That is going to be great. We'll continue to keep our eyes peeled over on that in the near future here. But that's going to just be something that every single day you guys can look forward to, especially you guys are prop firm traders. And, you know, did everyone here get funded? I mean, we finished a prop firm on Thursday of last week. Every single person who did the prop firm challenge with me last week that passed, you guys should have your funded accounts now. Everyone here, if you guys did the prop firm with me, you guys should have your funded accounts. You guys should be ready to make your money today. You guys can start requesting payouts. So shout out to everyone who was here last week that did the prop firm challenge with me. Now, Team, we also know we have something massive, don't we? I'm going to throw this out here right now. June 4th is the day that the PDT rule is getting taken away. That means no $25,000 anymore. That means you can trade with a small account as much as you want. Traders, I have not done this in almost 2.5 years, but we are going to start off a small account challenge. Now, what is a small account challenge? Starting on June 4th, I am going to be going down to the smallest amount that I possibly can, somewhere around $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. And for the first time ever, without a PDT rule, we are going to see how much money we can make. This is going to be excellent for any person that also has a small account. For any person that only has $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, I am putting myself in your shoes with a small account, and we are going to see how much money we can make. Can we turn a $3,000 account into $4,000? And guess what? We have no restrictions. We could buy multiple times. We could short. We could get involved. We can go long. We can go on the X. We have everything we need. Let's see if me, Sean Dekmar, someone who has been successful in the stock market, can go back down to a small account of $3,000, $4,000 and start trading live with no PDT rule for every single person who's in the same position that I'm in, that you guys can go ahead and make money. I did a prop firm trade here, prop firm challenge, where I made sure, hey, you guys know everything that I'm doing, and I'm going to do it live so that you guys can pass a prop firm. Instead of that, let's do that with a small account. And let's see if we can all turn a $4,000, $3,000 small account into something massive coming on up. June 4th, baby. June 4th. Right now here, team, we are doing everything that we need to do. Staying alert. Guys, we got about 8 minutes until the market opens. Not a market. We got about 8 minutes here, okay? Until we have that 8:30 press release wave. And once that 8:30 press release wave comes on out, we are going to be all set, ready to get after it. Guys, I'm pumped. I'm so excited about today. Tom, are you going to use leverage with the account? Absolutely. I'm going to use margin. It's going to be a margin account, not a cash account. Because again, if we, the only reason I would use a margin account or a cash account is to get around the PDT rule. Now, again, we don't have to worry about the PDT rule. Now we're good to go. So now it's margin, buying, breakouts, pre-market trades, shorting, trading as much as we possibly can. I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to make this money. I'm ready to, again, have some fun. Let's get ready to see what we can do best. Woo! It's going to be a good day. Traders, what else do we have here? We know USCG is the #1 play, starting to get a little reversal. YAAS, again, starting to drop back on down. Did have the acquisition. ONCO did have the 8K filing. ORKA, the stock I made $5,000 on. Traders, let's take a step back here. Let's go over something else. What was, pop quiz right now, and it's so funny how so many people forget. What was the #1 stock of last week? Who knows? Who remembers? What was the #1 stock of last week? And again, it's so funny that people show up today and they already forgot. Maybe, again, a crazy ripper, runner, spiker, climber of last week. What was it, guys? Do you guys remember CAR? Do you guys remember how insane this was? Do you guys remember how absolutely nuts this play was? Now, CAR, there have been people who have made, I'm not even lying, millions of dollars on the upside. There are people who have made millions of dollars on the downside. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you all the time, there is always 3 areas that you can buy. There are 3 areas that you can make money on. You can either A, buy when you see a breakout. You get in right when news hits and you're the first one in. You can either B, number 2, short at the top. You see that a stock has spiked, kind of got a little overextended and it starts turning and falling. Or what's the last option you can buy? C, a dip buy. You are either in first, you either short the top, or C, you get ready for a dip buy opportunity. Most people, they wait until it spikes all the way up. They buy too late. They get dumped on their shares. They get out. Then it's a dip buy and bounce. Remember, guys, if you want to be successful in the stock market, it comes on down to, again, those 3 specific areas. This is a normal breakout. Stock comes out with news, goes on a big time rip. Stock again gets overbought, comes back on down. Then the stock again is now oversold, and it usually gets like a little dip buy. This is a normal breakout. This is a normal move on a chart. Now, successful traders will buy here. You either buy first and realize, hey, you know what? I'm in early. You either short the top and say, hey, guess what? The stock is overbought. It's time for me to make money. Or you buy in after it already falls all the way back on down, realizing that it's oversold. Unsuccessful traders see a stock spike all the way on up. They buy at the very top. The stock loses. They realize they're down a ton. They get out at the bottom. Then the stock starts bouncing its way back on up. If we take a look at CAR, what's going on with CAR? CAR right here, traders, we have gone on a massive spike, got overbought. Now it came crashing all the way back on down. Is there a chance that we will be seeing a dip buy here this week? Might not be today, but what price point in your eyes is the perfect dip buy? What price point in your eyes is, hey, I got to pull the trigger here? I would say somewhere above 150. That's where I like. I like the 200-day moving average of 155. I like how this 155 area also lines up with this old spiking high right around 157. So it's like, I personally like somewhere between 150 to 165 on a possible dip buy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you might say, well, how big of a dip buy could this be? Guys, if we go from the price of 150, we just fell from $800. Is there a chance that we bounce back up towards around 290? Absolutely. So I'm not saying, again, CAR is a great long-term investment. But what I am saying is after a $700 drop, people might look for a dip buy here today. People might look for a dip buy coming on up. Okay? And I just want to make sure that you guys are all set. I want to make sure that you guys are fully aware of this, and I want to make sure that you guys are ready to rock and roll. So, guys, let's get ready to work. Guys, stock market, or excuse me, press release comes on up in about 2 minutes. Give me a second. My feet are freezing. I'm going to throw on some socks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got about 30 seconds here. All eyes ready to rock and roll for the 8:30 press release wave. 8:30 press release wave. Let's get ready to work. 8:30 press release wave. Let's get ready to go. Guys, I'm super pumped for this day. I'm super excited all around, guys. Here comes, again, first little bit of the 8:30 press release wave starting up in about 10 seconds. And if we can see something that spikes, something that rips, something that runs, let's get ready to pull the trigger. 8:30 is here. News is going to start coming on out here. to do CYCU. CYCU, guys, talks about a $112 million backlog. Wins $6 million. CYCU has a chance of maybe getting a little action. So CYCU talks about a winning $6 million. That's always something that definitely gets people excited. Could start leading towards a little ripping and running, spiking and climbing. Repurchase program.
Phase. Agreement.
CYCU's best play I see so far.
Acquired.
Nothing else going too nuts. Guys, CYCU is trying to spike a little bit. CYCU, we know that's the one that, again, the majority of traders are still focused on right here. That's the best spiker that I see at this moment, CYCU. It is getting a little bit of hype. It is getting a little momentum. If you guys want to go after it, go for it. I am not in on CYCU at this time. But the stock is, again, trying to get a little bit of a spike. I'm going to post this screenshot for everyone just so that you guys are all good. But now, again, it's starting to climb. Anyone pull the trigger over on CYCU and say, hey, Deck, I'm going on the long side. I'm going to try to nail this one. If you guys are, again, congratulations. You guys could easily see this thing up towards 125, 130. Right now, it's up 28%. Best press release at, again, the time of 8:30. We saw this right over on Fox Runner here, guys. So right now here, traders, absolutely awesome. Absolutely great to see. Guys, look at CYCU. CYCU is now exploding. Oh my, oh my, oh my. All right here, trader. Sorry, I just had to help out a trader real quick. Right now, again, we are watching CYCU, by far the best play at this time. And again, we saw it come right on out. Stock is trying to squeeze. Stock is trying to spike. Stock is trying to get some momentum. So we, again, have a great spiker here. Have a great, ripper and runner. Great, again, momentum. And now, again, we are getting ourselves prepared for this absolutely awesome trade. All eyes, all focus, every single one. Every single person should be over on CYCU at this time. How high can this get up towards? Probably 155. We're going to do a deep dive here in a second. CYCU, guys. Nice spike, nice rip, nice run. And CYCU, again, continuously, again, trying to move itself on up at this time. All right, let's lock in. So, Deck, any area for a possible dip buy? You would want to wait for a dip buy. Let's just play this smart. You know, we have old spiking high all the way. We have old spike up towards around that like 110 area. Generates over $200,000 in capital. MDCE. What was that alert that just came on out? GLND. GLND. Anything come out here? GLND, that was a quick little spiker. CYCU might be able to get a quick little dip buy right off around like 108. 108, what I like to try to do is go to candle transition, I call it. So whenever you see a very big spike and you get another candle forming and that gets a very big spike, a lot of times the candle to candle transition holds on up as the best, you know, kind of dip buy opportunity. Spike, candle to candle transition, next leg on up. Stock right here would be, again, dip buy right around that 109 mark. So CYCU, great to be able to see that one kind of take on off. Great to be able to see that stock, you know, go on a rip and run. Great to see, again, a lot of hype over on that play. Let's see if GLND can maybe, again, kind of get a little bit of hype as well. Guys, GLND right now, this is a play that's definitely trying to get some momentum and trying to break that $9 mark. So now GLND still trying to get its next leg. Does have an agreement. Says GLND signs a Halliburton agreement. And that play is getting some momentum. That play is getting a little bit of a spike and squeeze. So whenever you do have an agreement, these are plays that could easily, again, kind of lead towards next spiking, next ripping, and next running. So GLND, a lot of momentum towards the upside. GLND has a lot of, again, spiking, ripping, and running. I like GLND for the chance. I mean, agreement stock looks like it's pretty active at this time. Also, again, the daily chart shows that there's a lot of room to run. GLND does have a lot of room to run. If the stock does start squeezing, if the stock does start taking on off, if we can break $9, this one could get exciting. You know, the best dip buy area would be somewhere in the low $8 area. Right now, GLND here, traders. This one, again, starting to get a little pullback. I would say GLND, if we can get an entry sub $8, I like it. So I would say GLND, entry sub $8. I think it's worth it. I always like getting dip buy opportunities. Guys, I'm starting to get filled here slightly. Starting to get filled here at this moment. If I can get, again, dip buys, I always like to look for possible dip buys. I am getting filled on GLND, though, at this moment here. Just a little heads on up. I only got 500 shares filled. But GLND did just come right on down. Oh, man, is this just like a big spike and dump? If it's just like a pump and dump, then there's unfortunately nothing we're going to be able to do here. But I did just get filled 800 shares. 800 shares I'm in on at the price again at $7.69. Now, to be frank with you guys, this is not getting the bounce that I want. To, you know, I would like to be able to see if it can at least pop back up to $8, but I'm just going to give this about a $400 stop loss at most. GLND's not getting the dip buy that I want. If we don't get that big spike back on up here soon, I'm just going to lock out. Yeah, not even worth it right here, traders. I'm going to lock out of this play here in a moment if it doesn't get that bounce back above 750. Nope, looks like it's more just pump and dumping. It looks like GLND, guys, I went after a quick little dip buy, got out of that play. Looks like it's more just pump and dumping. Spike on up, came crashing right back on down. I got filled at good areas, though. I got filled at 750. I got filled at 760. Just not doing what I want. Not going to hold that one to take any sort of unnecessary, you know, win or lose. So right now here, traders, I'm still sitting up on the day, $4,300 on the day. Went after that play right there, but that was just basically a little pump and dump. Stock spiked and came crashing right back on down. I'm looking for something that is a little bit better today. Are there any plays that, again, can spike and hold? Right now, traders, I'm just trying to do everything I possibly can at this moment. No big spikes that I see at this time that are holding. Yeah, GLND S1, so it's actually coming out with an offering. Gonna stay away from that one right now. Went after it. Again, I'm always willing to go after a dip buy. Guys, ORKA has a chance of spiking back on up. ORKA has a chance of ripping back above 100. So just keep your eyes peeled on that. Keep your eyes peeled over on ORKA. If this one starts kind of building that little higher lows, if all of a sudden we start squeezing back to $100 today, there's a chance that we do run all the way back up towards like 120. So ORKA could be like the little sleeper pick here today that has a chance to be able to rip and run and kind of go a little crazy. Okay? So, right now, beautiful stuff. No reason for us to touch anything. I am not seeing any breakouts just yet. Running through the top gainers. USEG, no. YAAS, no. ONCO, no. ORKA, no. CYCN, SGMT, no. Even again, CYCC had a quick little spike. CYCC had a quick little spike. And then it came crashing right back on down, right? Or CYCU, excuse me. CYCU did have that quick little spike, but that one came crashing on down. Almost again, the 830 press release waves, massive rip, massive dump. We have not been able to see either of those plays hold their gains on up. All right, traders, let's do a full breakdown of today. No reason for us to be on anything at this moment. So far for myself, I had 2 trades. I lost $500 on GLND. I won nearly $5,000 today over on, again, ORKA. Let's do a full breakdown of today. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone click the analyst alerts page over on Fox Runner. Let's scroll on down to the bottom and let's get our bearings. For the next 20 minutes straight, we're going to go over absolutely every play that's even worth us watching so that you guys can put together a watch list. Number 1, OGN. OGN was alerted at 6:22 this morning. Says that they have a definitive agreement to acquire at $14 per share. Traders, OGN, I want every single person to cross this off your list. When a stock gets acquired for a certain amount, it will move sideways at that amount the entire time. No one's going to purchase OGN above the price of $14. So you guys will notice that OGN is worth 14 bucks. No one's going to buy this play, though, above $14. So OGN, you don't need it. It's great to be aware of, but at the same time, $14 is the top. Next things next, ONCO. ONCO is a top gainer today. When you guys take a look over on ONCO, it did come out with an 8K filing on Friday. Now, guys, I do not care about this 8K filing on Friday at all. ONCO went from 60 cents, spiked up to $1, came back down to 78 cents. This play essentially spiked and gave back all of its gains. The 8K filing basically was nothing. It is not worth your time. I do not care about ONCO. So OCGN, we don't care about. ONCO, we do not care about. What about NTLA? It says NTLA will be reporting its phase 3 trials today. NTLA, this was at around 6:26 a.m., says on April 27th, today, NTLA will be coming out with its phase 3 trials. Now, if you actually skip ahead a little bit, let's skip ahead here for a moment, we can actually see NTLA did come out with their phase 3 trials. So let's go over towards it. Let's just find it real quickly. Right here, NTLA at 7 a.m. reports its phase 3 trials. Now, these were positive phase 3 trials. Let's go back down towards the bottom and let's just kind of stay where we're at. But we have NTLA. Let's see how these trials have come on out. NTLA here, guys. The trials came out. They did not reach expectations. So even though they were positive, it was not as positive as people expected. A big question I get is people saying, why do stocks fall on positive data? Hey, Deck, we came out with a strong earnings report. Why did the stock fall? Because it didn't live up to people's expectations. Let's give an example here. Let's imagine if I ran a biopharmaceutical company, okay? And I said, ladies and gentlemen, invest into my company, and I am going to turn mice into frogs, okay? That's what I'm going to do. I am going to prove it, and I'm going to turn mice into frogs. And you say, wow, that sounds pretty cool. That could be like something that could be, revolutionary. I'm going to invest. I'm going to invest. I'm going to invest. And then I come on out and I say, guys, we have positive data. And you say, all right, we turn mice into frogs? No, but the mice are starting to ribbit. Well, what do you mean? So, the mice look exactly the same. Nothing happened with the mice, but they are making frog sounds. Guys, that's positive. That's positive data. But you told me it was this. That's not what I want. I don't want mice that sound like frogs. I want mice that look like frogs. So that's a silly little analogy, a silly little example here. for you guys to kind of understand it's still positive data, but it's not what we were promised. It's not what you promoted. It's not what you said. So that's basically what we have right here out of NTLA. Positive data, just not very good. So guys, every play we went over so far, we do not need. We do not need at this time OGN. We do not need ONCO. We do not need NTLA. Let's keep going through all these plays that came out with hot news today. What about DKI? DKI here, guys. This one had a spike this morning. And DKI, unfortunately, has been coming all the way back on down. I do not need a stock that's 56 cents that, again, is fading on down. Don't need it. So what was the top gainers of maybe on Friday? Guys, Friday, MXL. Let's take a look. MXL was the top gainer on Friday. What do you guys think about this one today? Guys, this one is still relevant. If you guys are, again, bringing this up right here, we have MXL at this time. This was a Friday top gainer. Stock has collectively gone from $20 up to $62, and it's still a top gainer today. I would say this play is on high alert. I know you guys probably don't have MXL on your watch list. Right now, you should write it down. It's a previous top gainer, which is holding its gains and looking for new highs after being pretty explosive. MXL is a play that could, and I'm not saying it will, but it can get like a car-like type of move. Okay? So probably not that big, but I'm saying there's always potential for continuation out of top gaining days. So MXL. Now traders, MXL is a great play that we will watch. But what else should we watch? We should also watch CAR today. Guys, CAR was the #1 biggest spike of 2026. CAR, this play here today, does have dip buying potential. Every single person could be watching against CAR. Every single person could say, hey, let's get ready for that dip buy. If CAR does fall on down towards around that 200-day moving average, if we start seeing sub 170, there's a great chance that we could bounce back above 200. Traders, there really is. There's a great chance today that we can bounce above 200. There's a great chance today that we could see CAR come on down towards around 150, 160. And then over the next day or two, we're back to 250. Guys, what do you think is going to happen after a stock gives back $700? People are going to say, wow, hey, let's get ready for a possible dip. Even if CAR is dog shit, even if this play doesn't mean anything, people will still look for a dip buy after a $700 drop because it's now, again, a great price to buy in. So, I like CAR for a dip buy 160 or lower, 165 or lower, somewhere right in that region. That's where I see a great dip buy potential, CAR. So right now, my only two stocks on my watch list are MXL and CAR. Previous top gainers, MXL is holding a much better. CAR would be ready for a dip buy after a $700 drop. This one, NVIDIA. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not just NVIDIA, it's almost all the Mag 7 plays. NVIDIA, Meta, Amazon. Guys, we are coming up towards record highs. Traders, NVIDIA, the AI stock darling, 2023 multimillionaire, 2024 multimillionaire, kind of quiet 2025. Guess what? We're back at record highs right now on NVIDIA. So traders, we have a lot of the Mag 7 plays crushing it right now. Let's just see. NVIDIA testing record highs. Amazon is at record highs. Meta's not. Apple is not. Google is testing record highs. What else? Which one am I forgetting? We have Amazon testing record highs, Google's testing record highs, and NVIDIA's testing record highs. Those three are all testing record highs. What about Microsoft? Microsoft's not, right? No. So it's those three. Those are three Mag 7 plays, which are all saying, hey, guys, let's keep on pushing. Billion-dollar, trillion-dollar companies that are all running on up towards new highs. Tesla's not either. That's the other one. Tesla's not either. So, we'll keep our eyes peeled. DPZ, Domino's Pizza. Guys, I'll be honest with you. I don't eat a lot of pizza, but I think Domino's is always a solid slice. You know, I like, Domino's is always a solid slice of pizza. But right now, people aren't ordering it. Domino's Pizza did just come out with a bad earnings. Stock did drop from 370 down to 353. Oh, camera drop. Give me 2 seconds. I will replace that. So Domino's has been again fading and falling a bit, and we'll see what we get, but nothing too much there. Traders, as you guys know, we do have some massive news this week. Excuse me. And it's not really from the economic calendar. It's not from the fear and greed index. It's right here, traders. We do have some massive earnings this week. This is the biggest week for earnings this season here. Apple earnings, Amazon earnings, Microsoft earnings, Meta earnings, Robinhood earnings, Bloom Energy earnings. We do have SNDK earnings, WDC earnings. The biggest plays, the biggest spikes of 2026. So, guys, is there a chance Amazon comes out with good earnings and we spike towards new highs? Is there a chance that Microsoft or Google or Meta comes out with good earnings? I mean, Wednesday evening, traders, Wednesday evening is going to be absolutely insane. Wednesday evening, this is where you guys could be able to make hundreds to thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars potentially. So you guys do have a lot of craziness that could be coming on up here in the future with, again, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, Google, even Chipotle, right? You know, Wednesday is going to be insane. Today, you don't got too much. Tomorrow, Robinhood and Bloom Energy. BE is, I think, the 4th best spiker of 2026 so far. So BE, Bloom Energy. This was a play I wanted to get myself involved in. I had a talk with my financial advisor, and I said, hey, if this play comes on down towards around $70 or lower, let's go ahead and buy into it. Came on down to $75, never bought into it. I didn't buy in on Bloom Energy, but you guys can see BE has been absolutely incredible. So BE has been a spiker, has been going bananas, and BE might still keep on going up even higher. So like tomorrow, BE is going to be a wild one. Cool little just sector here, guys. Photonics. We've talked about photonics before. Photonics is almost like the current trend. It's not that crazy, but it is still like the current trend just because LITE put photonics on the map. And LITE here, traders, is one of the best spikers of 2026. For anyone who does not know, what are the best spikers of 2026? LITE is a great spiker of 2026. WDC is a great spiker of 2026. SNDK is a great spiker of 2026. And BE is a great spiker of 2026. Let's, everyone just kind of type that on out. So let's go with best stocks of 2026. Just basically a quick watch list. If you guys ever need it, let's just type out BE, right? Let's just type out SNDK. Let's just type out LITE. Let's type out WDC. These are 4 plays right here that is just nice to be aware of. It's like, hey, what are the best overall spikers of 2026? It's like, oh, these dogs right here. These are some of the plays that, are absolutely awesome. So these plays right here, these are some awesome climbers, some awesome movers right here. And we got BE right here, continuing to keep our eyes peeled on it. What else do we got going on? Main, not too much I'm seeing here. ORKA, positive week data. Traders, let's keep going up to the very top here. It's 8:53. Let's go over to our premium news section, and let's just see what is the best press releases of so far today. We know these: USEG, YAAS, ORKA. USEG, is it worth our time? This play needs to get above and stay above 150. You guys know this. When you guys go over to USEG and you guys go over to a daily chart, USEG is very simple. This stock hit that 150 area, started getting rejected. Why is that? Because that's old spiking highs. 152 is an old spiking high back on, what is this? January, February, March. March 2nd, old spiking high. This is the area we must get above and stay above. Okay? USEG, I like it. I don't love it, right? YAAS right here. YAAS, this play spiked on up, did acquire, right? It has an acquisition, acquire 10.8 million shares. It's a good press release. But again, we want to see this stock breaking out. Let's see YAAS break through 140 and spike and rip and run, right? ORKA. Guys, for anyone who does not know, ORKA did come out with positive data this morning. I was able to make $5,000 this morning. $5,000, $4,875 off ORKA. But we're going to watch and see if this one could break $1. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, we got, again, about 5 minutes until the 9 a.m. press release wave. everyone take one moment here. Grab yourself a cup of coffee. Make sure that you guys are all set. And let's get ready for the 9 a.m. press release wave. Okay? So, one moment here, traders. I'm going to walk off the stream here just for a second. And we will be back ready to go. 5-minute breather. 9 a.m. press release wave coming on up. Let's get ready to do this. Let's go. I'll be back here in one moment.
Agreement. Significant. Significant. Success. Significant. Cancer.
Let's get ready to go at this moment. Let's see what we have here. We are looking for that 8 a.m. press release, or excuse me, 9 a.m. USCG still hot. YAAS ONCO. I think we're pretty good, guys, but let's just make sure that we're aware, right? If we take a look right here, we do have USCG. This is kind of like our main resistance line. Just doing a little bit of charting, making sure every single person is just clearly aware of what we're looking at and why we're looking at it. USCG, obviously, again, that's the old spiking high. And this is, of course, the current area. So we do have our current area at this time. Watching to see USCG, seeing if USCG is going to be able to, again, break out of that mark. That 152, 155 mark is kind of like the main area that people are looking at. So do have USEG, main resistance at 155 area from previous spiking highs on March 2nd. So that's kind of like the main thing I want you guys looking at. All right, traders, come on. Got that play there. We also have ORKA just creeping its way on up. We got to keep our eyes peeled on this in case something happens, right? If ORKA does squeeze and break through, let's say that's like, if we squeeze and we break through $100 again, things could be getting exciting. And that's kind of like one of the big things here, guys. We do want to see if ORKA is going to be able to break out of this mark. If ORKA can break out of $100 again, there could be a big short squeeze on the way. And obviously it comes on down to what? It comes on down to, can ORKA break this top area? And if it does break that top area, we should get that leg on up. Now at the same time, if ORKA cracks, and let's say we crack underneath again this downtrend, we could be getting a sell-off. As of now though, we do know we have our strong resistance right at 100, and we do know that we have massive support on this uptrend. Bounce play. Bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce, 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 bounce. Stock is working its way on up. ORKA is still relevant, does have great news. ORKA inside of a wedge. We will be watching to see which way this breaks. So it does have positive data. Still, again, staying on the bullish side. Needs to break through $100 to kind of get that next leg on up. This is still a play that definitely has a lot of potential behind it. And ORKA, break of 100, we could possibly see a squeeze on this day. Let's not forget that. So I'm kind of just speed running all of this and making sure that every single person is ready to go. What else do we have here, team? We also just want to be fully aware, as I already stated here multiple times, of CAR. CAR here, traders. I don't think people realize that today is just a very strong dip buy potential. So this is more just taking a look over on the daily chart here. When you guys take a look at the daily chart, we are sitting right next to dip buy potential here, where I do think after about a $700 drop, even though CAR is not a credible play, it still has that dip buy. So, I will blatantly type that on out. CAR, this was a massive short squeeze slash pump and dump like move. But still, after a $700, right? After a $700 drop, there will be traders moving back in for a dip buy. I do think a great dip can occur near 150 today. So, right around that 150, 200-day moving average, we could be seeing CARR have that perfect dip buy, have, again, a good opportunity where, yes, you do have more reward than risk. You know, could CAR drop on down towards $100 today? Yes, it could. But at the same time, CAR traders, this is a play that, you know, I do think a lot of people are going to say, hey, let's give it a chance. Hey, let's see if this play is going to be able to continue to hold. Let's see if this one could be able to get, you know, buyers to move back, buyers move in on this play. So, CAR, definitely a lot of potential. Down towards 186 right now. Still falling, still fading from 800. Congratulations if anyone is still holding this play from 800. GLND also is another weird play that has that potential to maybe get itself inside of a short squeeze. Closes $10.3 million financing offering. Don't care about that play. GLND, this one definitely still has that little higher low setup. You know, whenever you can, always establish resistance and then look to see where higher lows can form, right? That's what I like to do a lot of times. I like to establish resistance and then see what can happen over on higher lows. GLND, I went after this play. I got in on this play, as you guys know, 780, 750, 740, and I got out of it as it crashed all the way on down towards like 640. So I got out of that play and lost $500. But again, GLND still inside this wedge. So GLND ascending wedge pattern. Stock did have news this morning. A break of 875 is where a squeeze can occur. So I still like, again, GLND. I still think GLND has potential. I think GLND could possibly rip and run and spike and climb. But it really comes on down to, can GLND get that next leg? Can GLND really, again, get the pop here? Okay, awesome. Let's see what we can do here on this day. Money Monday is here. We basically have a list of options. If you're saying, hey, Deck, type out, you know, what you honestly think are the best plays today. All right, I'm going to just type out Sean Deckmar's Monday watch list. This is my Monday's watch list. Number 1, MXL. I still like MXL a lot. MXL is a previous top gainer. MXL could easily spike and rip and run. Number 2, CAR. CAR is a stock that has dip buy potential, could possibly rip, spike, climb, and continue to move itself on up. Number 3 is going to be USEG. USEG is the play here today, as you guys know, is the number 1 top gainer on the day. Definitely has a lot of potential still. Still got to put YASS, number 2 top gainer on the day, does have good credibility. And last but not least, ORKA. ORKA was the stock that I made nearly $5,000 on this morning. And ORKA, this is a play that easily could continue to rip and run and spike and climb towards new highs. So right now here, traders, those are kind of like my top plays that I'm looking at. GLND, GLND is kind of getting a little ugly. So not really my favorite. But these are, this little list right here, it's kind of what I'm focusing on, you know, as like, at least at the bell, to see what we are going to spike. Iggy, I know you're talking about POET. POET, this one's dumping. Yeah, so POET, $16 all the way on down towards $9. So POET, what's happening over here? Did this one come out with like an offering? So again, shout out to Iggy. I know, again, you've been talking about that one. So all shorters right here, basically just gobbling this on up. POET, 11 minutes ago, purchase order update. And POET has just been dumping. 16, 14, 12, 10. POET getting uglier and uglier and uglier. So this one has just continuously faded and fallen. You could add POET just for like that dumping potential. Maybe if it spikes back on up towards around $11, you could reshort it. So somewhere back up towards around $11, you can look for another reshort over on POET. But happy Money Monday, everyone. Happy Money Monday, everyone. I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys are ready to rock and roll. And I hope you guys are ready to get this money. Deck, do you only trade during pre-market or do you also trade during the market open? I trade 80% of the time during pre-market because pre-market is when news comes out. Once news comes on out, that's where stocks get big time breakouts. When stocks come out with breakouts, that's where you guys want to be able to make the most amount of money. Most traders, even Wall Street traders, trade during pre-market. There's no algorithms, there's no market makers. The stock market isn't open yet. It's just exchanging from broker to broker. You will see the biggest spikes, biggest rips, and biggest runs during pre-market. That's why we saw ORKA go all the way from, again, $70 up towards $120. That's where we saw YAAS go from 93 cents up to $1.60. That's where we're seeing, again, all of these plays here. SGMT going from $5 and spiking all the way up to $9. You know what I mean? These are the plays that have some of the most amount of potential once news comes on out. When news comes on out, that's where breakouts can happen, and that's where, again, you guys have the best chance of success. So yes, I personally would rather trade during pre-market than the actual day. CAR still watching this one. POET, again, if this one spikes on up towards around that like 1150 mark, you could definitely look for a re-short on this play. Watch for about another $1.50 spike. Stock did just crash, $5. POET did come out with bad news right there. People are looking for dip buys right now over on, again, POET. Saying, hey, let's get that dip buy potential. And as you guys know, at this moment, we are sitting absolutely pretty at this time. We do have a $4,875 profit from this morning. We're up $4,300 on the day right now. I want to see how much shorts are on POET. Guys, POET shorts are only 60 cents. 60 cents on POET shorts. That's barely anything. I would say, again, POET, this play could, easily get back up towards $11 plus. I mean, guys, we have just crashed from $16 all the way down towards $8. I'm trying to figure out how high can this get up towards. If we're following this downtrend right here, 1077, that's going to be some resistance, followed by like 1120. We'll see what we can do over on POET. See how that one kind of reacts at the opening bell. Markets, again, we still got a lot of time here, guys. We still got 18 minutes until the day even opens. I hope, other than POET, is there anything that's kind of moving around that much right now? Not really. There's nothing really moving around too much right now. ASBP is a little too small for me. Let me also, again, just kind of take a couple screenshots here, post it for you guys. If you guys need to, this is the best news of today. So just a little heads on up, guys. If you're saying, what are the best stocks of today with credibility? What are the best stocks today with, again, good opportunity for us? You do have, again, best spikers with news so far today. USEG, YAAS, ORKA, GLND, SGMT. Let's lock in today, guys. I'm ready to make some money. Could we turn this into like a $10,000 day? Could we have our first $10,000 day of 2026? That's what I'm looking for. That's the type of enthusiasm I want out of the squad today. Now, I also, again, I put out a little tweet last night. Didn't I, guys? I put out a little tweet last night for anyone who didn't see it. Let me again bring this on over. And last night I said, I said, if I don't make $5,000 this week, I'm going to give away $100 to one person that likes this post. Don't worry, if I don't hit that $5,000 mark, I will again make sure that I do it live on stream. So again, a lot of people saying 5K, $5,000, that's a good chunk of change to make in 1 week. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 12 hours after I posted that. Oopsie. Oopsie, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, we're only a few $100 away from crossing that $5,000 mark. Oopsie. So what a way to kick off this week here. Right now, team, it's just about kind of waiting and watching to see how fast and how hot can these plays get up towards. Can we get anything new or fresh? Let's switch out our scanners to our real market scanners here so that we are all good, ready to go. POET still continuously falling, about a 40% drop at this time. Deck, you still holding AMPX? Always. Still holding AMPX at all times. Not selling that one until at least like the fall time. Deck, can you check out YAAS? Again, YAAS. Got to break this downtrend. Break the downtrend, break the VWAP. So YAS, again, still a good play. Definitely has potential. Definitely could be able to squeeze itself on up. It has to break through this downtrend to kind of get that pop. I still want to go back over to ORKA a little bit. ORKA a little bit. This is a play that I think could spike up towards 100. If it cannot break 100, it could be a great short. If it does break 100, we could be ripping and running up towards new highs. We also do have as well, guys, CAR right now. CAR, those dip buys will be back on down towards, like, as I said that, you know, what is 158? I'm thinking in the 160s. Do you guys like that? I think CAR in the 160s could be beautiful. I think CAR in the 160s could be absolutely amazing here. POET, still dropping all the way back on down. Great job here so far today. Let's have this market open on up and let's get ready to make some money. Let's have this market open on up and let's get ready to make some cash here today. Let's see where the buying volume is going to take us. POET is still dumping though, guys. POET is still dumping, still crashing, still getting weaker. I mean, this thing is coming all the way on down. It could go all the way down towards like the 50-day moving average. Is there anyone right now that just wants to jump in on POET? The issue is I hate short. You guys know how I hate buying at the high of the day. I hate shorting at the low of the day. I hate chasing stocks and hopefully buying at the top. Just like again right here, I hate chasing the dump and hoping for lowerness. S&P 500 guys, this is sitting right next to record highs. Nvidia also sitting right next to record highs. We might get brand new record highs today over on Nvidia as well. YAAS, a little bit of a spike here. We'll see what else we can do on this day. But guys, 9:18 in the market. It is Money Monday. We are looking to be able to see what spikes at the bell. I really want to look for that CAR entry. Really just excited to see what this market brings us. And as I said earlier here, traders, for anyone who does not know, June 4th will be something that we have not done in about 2.5 years. Probably the thing that even got me on the map in the first place. Obviously, there are hundreds of thousands of people that live stream their trading that, again, are mentors or whatever you want to call them. But what is one thing that I do that really no one else does? And that is, again, small account challenges. I don't want to sit here and be trading a $50,000 account and have you guys say, oh, wow, Sean made $5,000 today. I can't relate to that. When we drop off the PDT rule, which is on June 4th, I am going back down to a small account. I am putting myself in your shoes. I'm saying, hey, this person only has $3,000. If I'm a true mentor, if I'm a true, again, stock trader, let's see if I can jump in with what you have, with your conditions, and let's go ahead and grow it. So my goal here, team, which I've done, is drop on down to a $3,000 account where every single person can follow along, and let's try to get it up to $20,000, $25,000. I have done probably, I'm going to say, 6 small account challenges. I have failed 2 of them. I have won 4 of them. So right now, guys, I do have about an 80% win rate on small account challenges. My best small account challenge I've ever done was from $4,000 to $86,000. And I did every trade live. That was the best one I ever done in my life. And I've done a few that were around 4,000 up to around 25,000, 30,000. But again, I also have to be honest. I also have lost one or two before. So this was a while ago. This was one of my first ever small account challenges. But this was, again, 8 years ago. I turned $4,000 to $80,000. And I did every single thing live. And at the same time here, guys, I showed every single P&L. So you guys could see this was all live. I, again, made from August all the way until, I think it was August all the way until April. We did the small account challenge, and we're able to make some big money. So these are my live statements over on E-Trade, showing you guys absolutely everything. I wanted to post, in my entirety of my proof to show you guys how much money I was able to make. And then you guys also saw, again, the total breakdown. So for anyone who, again, needs the breakdown, when I did my small account challenge, my biggest one ever, first month, we were underneath the PDT rule. We made 8 trades, and we made $1,200. Again, nothing crazy, but we're able to turn, again, the $3,000 account up towards around, or $4,000 account up towards around $5,000, which was very nice. Then again, we started making a little bit more money. Then again, we made 9 total trades where we made $6,000. Now we're up towards around $11,000. Then we made, again, $10,000. Now, again, we're up towards around $21,000, right? Then we went over to December, we made $12,000. Then we went over to January, we made $23,000. Then we went over to February, we made $10,000. Then we went over into March and we made $14,000. So you guys can see we were able to just absolutely crush this on the small account. This was all the way back in 2018, 8 years ago, but that was one of my first ever small account challenges, right? So that was absolutely amazing, absolutely insane. And I wanted to post, again, I know it's so easy for me to sit here and be like, oh, guys, I turned $4,000 into $80,000. And some people are like, yeah, whatever. But that's why I want to show you guys the E-Trade P&Ls. That's why, again, I did the live screen share. This is why, again, if I say, hey, guys, I've made $550,000 in a year, people are like, yeah, everyone says that. But that's why, again, I do live broker sign-ins. Where, again, I say, hey, if I make $550,000 in a year, let me show you my live broker data, where you guys can clearly see everything, where you guys can see, hey, year to date, $552,000 on, again, the live broker that I have. I am willing to break down every single month, showing you step by step every month that I did. So whenever I have a massive claim, I always like to back it up with proof. If I have a massive claim, hey, I turned $4,000 into $80,000, let's see the screen shares. Let's see, again, I don't want to see images that it could be photoshopped. I want to see a live login. That's what I do. Hey, guys, I made over $500,000. Yeah, okay, everyone says that. Okay, let's do a live login, right? So the thing is, if we, again, attack this small account challenge coming on up, and we do 4,000 up towards 25,000 or 50,000 or 80,000, I'm going to be doing it live with you guys. Plus, of course, if we accomplish it, I'll do a live login of my my broker as well. So I'm speaking to Cobra right now about how low they're going to allow us to go down, and then be able to do it with them. So I am speaking to Cobra at this time, trying to figure it out how low can we go with when their PDT rule drops. And once their PDT rule drops, we'll be all set, ready to get after it and have some fun. So that's going to be awesome. But yes, Cobra, we're trying to get down to like $4,000 probably. I think, what do you guys think is a good starting amount for the small account challenge? What is a good amount that every single person can say, hey, Deck, let's do that, right? So I'm thinking again, like somewhere right around $5,000, or maybe a little more, maybe a little less. Like what's an amount that everyone could say, okay, that's reasonable for the small account challenge, that we can all grow together, that we can all learn together. So that's kind of like, I want to find that happy medium. I'm not going to say, hey guys, let's do a small account challenge. Everyone start with $22,000. Like that's not reasonable. I'm thinking small account challenge where we can all do 2,000, 4,000, something like that. And we can all grow it together. That's the goal. Yes, guys, that's going to be starting up on June 4th. Now, why June 4th is that's just when we're allowed to. Okay, so just a heads on up. June 4th is when we can actually begin. June 4th is when we can actually, again, start getting to work. June 4th is when we can actually start, trading. So June 4th is when the PDT rule goes. I wish I could start it right now, but we just can't until June 4th legally. $3,500 to $5,000. Small account is reasonable. I like that number. I like what you're thinking, Gator. All right, guys, let's get this day started, huh? Let's get this day started. Let's get ready for some fun here. YAS, DKI, ASBP. I'm ready to trade. Deck, when you did your previous small account challenge, were you able to short at all? No. Again, when I was on E-Trade, I couldn't short at all. Every single one of those positions is buying. Buying for breakouts, buying on the long side, buying for, again, spikes on up. So I was looking to, again, be able to trade every single one of them. DKI, ELPD, MITQ, CLIK. All right, here, traders. Guys, we've waited long enough. And why do I feel like this pre-market has been like 3 hours long? I'm not talking about like 3 hours. Obviously, it's been, but I'm saying like in the last 20 minutes. I feel like I've been sitting here waiting for the stock market to open for hours. Like, I'm ready to kind of get after it here. I'm ready to pull the trigger. I'm ready to kind of have some fun. If you guys have not made money yet today, I want everyone making money here today. So again, guys, let's also set some limits here. So right now at this time, I am currently sitting with a $4,300 profit. I am guaranteeing myself at least $3,500 today. So traders, that's kind of my walk away point. If for some reason I lose another $800 today, I'm walking away. I am guaranteeing myself $3,500 on this day. Now, obviously, I want to push up through 500. I want to be able to make more money and more cash, and I want to be able to absolutely crush it. But I'm having a hard stop loss today at 3,500. Hard stop loss, 3,500 bucks. Okay? So we are doing amazing. We're already up again, $4,300 on this day. We made all of our money this morning over on ORKA. We're going to see what this one can do. We're also, again, still watching CAR this morning. I want to see if CAR is going to get that dip buy and, of course, go from there. So, no, guys, this is going to be insane. When the PDT rule drops, let's just be honest here. I'm gonna be very blunt. The majority of traders are absolute degenerates. When the PDT rule goes away, and every single person can trade as much as they want, people will blow up accounts. People will lose. It will be full-on anarchy in the small cap world. We will be having more volume than we've ever seen before. We will be seeing more transactions. We will be seeing stocks go on massive spikes every day, even if they're not credible. There will be massive pump and dumps every single day because now traders can trade as much as they want nonstop. So don't you think we're going to see huge pumps and huge climbs and huge rips and huge runs? I don't care that it's June, July, August. The fact is that 3-month period, we will see a couple like CAR-like movers where stocks might go from $2 to $100. And it's just because people can continuously throw fuel on the fire. People can continuously throw an extra log on the fire where it's like, hey, I used to have to sit out now. Well, now I can jump back in. And now I can jump back in again. And now I can jump back in again. For the first 3 months, it will be crazy. We will see non-stop trading for the first 3 months until people either make hundreds of thousands of dollars or until people, again, blow up their accounts. Then probably, again, September, October, the small cap market might settle down a little bit. But the first little bit, June, July, August, it will be insane amount of buying volume and craziness. I just want you guys to be ready for that. Guys, I am watching CAR. I am watching POET. seeing what some of these plays are going to do. I do want to keep my eyes over on ORKA as well. Poet still sitting right around that $9 mark. RMAX, a little bit of hype. ELPW, this one sounds familiar. Was this one like a top gainer last few days? ELPW, it has been like a little bit of a top gainer last few days. What about MXL? MXL, this was a top gainer, as you guys know. Not really doing too much at this time. CAR, guys, still getting a little bit weaker. Again, we want to see CAR all the way down towards around that 160 mark. Anywhere in the 160s, I think, is great over on CAR. SoFi, do you think SoFi jumps this? Again, SoFi, they have their earnings coming on up, but to be frank with you, and again, nobody knows what earnings are going to be. You know, if you guys want the best opportunity for earnings, someone tell me, how do you guys figure out what are people leaning towards on earnings? There is a cheat code. The cheat code that you guys can do, okay, that again, not everyone realizes, is that if you guys are interested, you guys can always head on over to Polymarket. Now, Polymarket is a prediction market. Now, you can actually go over, search Polymarket, you can go over to finances, right? And a lot of times they do have earnings reports. So let's just type in SoFi. Sometimes will SoFi beat quarterly earnings? Right now, there is a, 90% chance the answer is yes. So traders, we do not know, right? We do not know 100%, but what we have right now, if you guys want to take a look at this, is we do have a 94% chance, or this is SoFi will beat its earnings. So is this people that are putting money in? Is this people saying, hey, you know, guess what? 94% chance. Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see, right? How many rate cuts will the Feds have in 2026? Like, you can bet on all of this now. You can see, again, the amount of money. People are putting $3 million, $1 million, $979,000, right? You know, will the S&P 500 open down or up? SpaceX IPO before, again, December 31st. Yes. Right? So it's like, you know, you can go ahead and check out all this stuff. There's a lot of things that you guys can do here. What did CAR come on down towards? 183. CAR, little bounce. MAXN. I'm kind of just looking around right here, guys, trying to find our nice ripper today. Let's find our nice ripper. Let's find our nice spiker. Let's find the play that's going to make us the most amount of money.
Most people were silent. I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. I suppose we all thought that, one way or another.
Poet's still, again, a good play. CRML. CRML. $12 up to $12.80. Anyone see anything going crazy right now? The book of Caleb saying, Deck, do you think during the PDT rule drop, what'll be better, longs or shorts? It'll be both. Like, the thing is, there will be, you can't short early. So when the PDT rule drops and everyone's going full craziness, shorters will get burned if they go too early. I will tell you right now, I will be heavily buying plays until they get extremely overextended. Like, the thing is, imagine this for the penny stock world. Imagine CAR, penny stock world type of move. Crazy spike, goes up way higher than anyone expects, and then it dumps on off. You know what I mean? Guys, SNDK coming on up, $1,025. Ladies and gentlemen, SNDK has now broken $1,000. What are you guys expecting here? Guys, SNDK is now above the legendary $1,000 mark. And now, for anyone who does not know, SNDK does have earnings coming on out. Now, when are these earnings coming on out? On Thursday. So traders, this is a little bit crazy to think about. We have SNDK earnings coming out on Thursday. SNDK is the #1 top gainer in 2026 so far. SNDK is now above $1,000 resistance. SNDK is up 1,000% over the last 2 years. It is crazy to think about how much this is moving, how fast this is moving, how crazy this is moving in all around. So we got to see what is truly going to happen here as SNDK continues to spike and continues to rip and run. YASS, ELPW, ONCO, ASBP. I do want to short SNDK. SNDK will be an amazing short, guys. All things are going to fall. All things are going to feed. But I don't feel comfortable yet. I just don't feel comfortable shorting SNDK until probably like $1,100 plus. Same exact thing with LITE. I want to see LITE be an amazing short. Like right above $1,000. I want to see, it's always better when you can get a stock getting a little overextended. When you can find a stock getting a little overextended, you know, LITE is not overextended. It's kind of consolidating right next to 840 at this time, you know? Right now, team, you guys can see POET still trying to spike. USDG, ASBP. Guys, looking for one here. Looking for a play that's going to be able to make us some money. Looking for a play that's going to be able to make us some cash here. I'm looking for that money maker. ASBP, DWSN, still looking for the first kind of spiker today. I'm just kind of looking around. I want to find, again, a play that's actually making us some cash and a play that's worth investing in. Right now, it's 9:38 in the market. Obviously, again, we are here. We are prepared and ready to have some fun. YAAS, still looking. USEG. ASBP here. Guys, WW a little bit of a pop on up. Just going to sit back and wait for a little bit of buying volume. ENVB. ENVB is getting a little bit of hype. I see it. ENVB trying to build on up. Now, ENVB is going to have some strong resistance right next to, again, the 200-day moving average. 200-day moving average is right next to 682. It's kind of like we're looking for a spiker here. Guys, CAR getting a little bit of that dip buy today. CAR is getting a little bit of that dip buy. MXL is, again, a previous top gainer from yesterday, which is now giving back a lot of its gain. So MXL here, guys, giving a whole lot back. MXL could be a nice little short. And then what else do we have here? ORKA. Guys, what's ORKA doing? ORKA starting to fade and fall. So we are fine. There is nothing right now that is standing out saying, hey, this is the play that everyone's focused on. I think everyone is sitting on their hands right now, kind of waiting for something to present itself. That's all it is right now. Everyone is sitting on their hands right now, waiting for a play to present itself. Let's not, again, force anything that's not going to be there. Right now, again, our top gainers are YAAS. Our top gainers are USEG. Our top gainers are ASBP, ONCO, HTCO. Again, we have YAAS trying to get a little bit of momentum. This stock did have a good credible press release this morning. Again, YAAS, one of the best press releases this morning, stating it acquired 10.8 million shares of a TikTok company. So again, having YAAS getting 10 million shares, you know, it's more valuable. Right now here, traders. We're still watching. I know ENVB's got a little bit of momentum. Up 14% at this time. SMGT or SGMT. SGMT could maybe make some action here today. SGMT has the potential to maybe again start grinding a little bit. You know, SGMT did have a press release earlier this morning. Press release over on SGMT was a solid one as well. Talks about SGMT provides a strategic update on its phase 3 trials. So could SGMT start grinding its way on up? You know, that's obviously something we'll be watching here. And again, I'm down to trade anything that is good. Anything that is actually solid. I don't want to trade anything that's choppy. I don't want to trade anything that's a lower volume. I just want to find something that's consistent. Something that's stealing the hype and the momentum, or a play that like everyone's running over towards. LABT's dumping, FGAI's dumping. Nothing that's getting halted at this time either. So sometimes I just look at the Holt scanner and I'll just say to myself, hey guys, is there anything that's like getting halted on the upside or downside? Like CUE just got halted, but there's barely any volume. It's like, it's just not worth it to me. So right now, I'm absolutely fine sitting back with $4,300, waiting for something to present itself. Waiting for something to, you know, kind of come into a nice little play here. Right now, SGMT still, again, slowly working itself on up. Guys, SGMT starting to climb up here a little bit. Might get some resistance right around that 875 mark. 875 is a well-known, again, area where we do see reversals. So SGMT, stock is already shortable. Is a chance that it could possibly squeeze, you know, these already shortable plays. You know, the stocks that are... A lot of times when stocks have already shares available to short, you know, those are the ones that have the best chance of squeezing because people are shorting those plays. Again, what's my rule? My rule is if a stock is already shortable, I try not to short it because there's always a better chance of getting caught up in a short squeeze. HTCO, a little bit of action. Man, we're waiting here, traders. We're waiting for it. What's our baby doing over on AMPX? Sitting right around 2021. That's fine. As long as we're, again, staying above that 2021 area, you know, that's absolutely fine. We might come back down to the 13 EMA around like 1980 for that dip buy potentially. CAR right now. CAR, we still want to look for that possible dip all the way back down into the 160s. You guys know that. CAR is going to be fun. SNDK does have its earnings coming on up. Earnings, it could push this play up towards $1,200, $1,300. So SNDK on its earnings right around the corner. That's going to be really big. But there's nothing that's going like parabolic right now. There's no parabolic mover. There's no play right now that everyone is running over towards. At this time, it is absolutely fine on what we have. S&P 500 ran up towards its record high. Small rejection at the record high area. HTCO still trying to grind up a little bit. Guys, HTCO actually got halted. So HTCO, $12 up towards $15 here. Guys, any sort of, you know, reason. Let's do some research here, guys. We might have a play here finally. Might have a little bit of a play here finally. HTCO got halted on the upside. Let's kind of dive in, do some research, see if we can find anything. Go over to Foxrunner, type in HTCO right here. HTCO, stock appears. Let's go ahead and kind of break this on down. No, most recent news. Was this at 9 a.m. here today? Let's go with news. Wednesday, 9 a.m. on 8/22. So that was last week. So there's no news that I'm seeing right now. Expands lithium resources. This is what led to, again, a spike. And again, Fox Runner has partnered with Bazinga. So they get all these press releases. So I'm not seeing anything right now with, again, credibility over on HTCO. But this stock did just go from $12 up towards $15.50. Let's look at past chart history pattern. How high or how crazy can this one get up to? Let's go back over to a weekly time frame. Okay, this one definitely looks like there's just could be craziness behind it. You know, it's above the 50-day, above the 13 EMA, a lot of room to run. I mean, is there a chance that HTCO just turns into some psycho move? Absolutely. Is there a chance it just turns into a dump? Absolutely. HTCO right here, guys. We'll see what we can do on this play. Good dip buy opportunities would be back on down in the low 14s. Probably either low 14s, high 13s if you want to look for a dip buy. Right now, the bids are saying it's gapping up to $17. So that seems a little odd, but you know what? If that happens, that happens. Let's look for, again, let's just do smart dip buy opportunities. You know, we might, again, we might see this one come back down to 14s. 1380, 1360. I would like to see dip buys. Dip buys over on this play. So yeah, HTCO, if this one comes back on down, we can get a nice, pullback, maybe a big, long, lower shadow and extend its way back on up. Things could definitely start getting hot. Now, HTCO here, guys. I want to kind of alert this out to the world. HTCO. High alert. Only stock I see spiking at this time. This could just be a pump and dump. I'm not going to jump in at the very tippity top at this moment. I'm more, again, just kind of looking to see if this one is going to be able to squeeze on up a little bit. So I'll give it a chance if I get filled on a dip. I'll always be willing to kind of get filled on a dip buy, but I'm not going to chase it. Right now here, team, we are, again, continuously keeping our eyes peeled. HTCO opens up in 18 seconds. This is showing the bids are up to $17. I don't think that's going to happen, but let's just see. Let's just see here, guys. Everyone stay ready. HTCO, high watch and high alert here. Here we go. 2, 1. No! I hate when we have back-to-back 5-minute halts. All right, traders. So, again, back-to-back 5-minute halts over on HTCO. We got another 5 minutes we kind of have to kill here. And we'll see what we get. YAAS, new high of the day. YAAS, new high of the day here. USEG, HTCO, ONCO. I don't see anything else, guys. So far, this Money Monday's been a little slow. I mean, that's why we trade in pre-market, though. So that's why we're always trading in pre-market so we can make more cash and make some more money. And we'll be all set. But, guys, we got 4 minutes to kill here. Everyone, take a moment, sit back, go use the bathroom, whatever you guys got to do. I'm actually going to switch out the battery one more time to this camera so it doesn't die on us. And we'll be all ready to rock. Let's do it. Give me one moment. Come on now. Come on now. HTCO, ready to get after it? I don't care if I make $100, if I make $500, if I make $5,000. I just want to trade. I just feel like it's been a little slow for us right now. We had, again, some absolutely fun craziness over and, again, pre-market, but we are looking for a little bit more of that wild movement that we all want to see here. Let's see what we can do over on HTCO. YAAS, USEG, ASBP. Nothing else. There is nothing going on with this day. Guys, CAR, we will be looking for dip buys around the 160 area. Little heads up for every person. So 160, still the best area for some dip buys. USCG's trying to build on up a little bit. Is there anyone right now, guys, let me ask you this. Is there anyone that's just going to short HTCO the moment it opens? I mean, we're on back-to-back 5-minute holds. HTCO says it's going to be gapping on up. Is there anyone here that's just going to say, screw it, if this thing opens on up, I'm just going to short this? What we could do is, again, let's see how much shorts cost. Let's go over to HTCO. Let's just type in, 2,000 shares. Let's inquire about 2,000 shares right here. Let's go to locate lowest. Costs $1. Guys, for 2,000 shares, it costs $1.60. I'm going to press OK on that. And let's actually say to ourselves, hey, HTCO, let's not only have dip buys, but maybe let's have shorts as well. That could be something that's nice. So let's go limit order right here. That's kind of what I'm thinking. HTCO. And maybe, again, we put some super high orders on it. Put orders at $20. 250 shares. Put orders at 25.25. Put orders out again, I'm just going up really high here. 20.50. Let's go up towards, again, $21. Let's go up towards around 22.40. Right? Let's go up to 22.46. Let's go up to like 22.20. Like, I'd like the 22s a lot. Again, this might not get filled at all. This might not get filled in any shape or form. But if it does get filled, I'm up at a high area. I feel good about it. So, guys, right now, I have dip buys in, again, the 13s. And I have shorts up in the 20s if HTCO ever explodes that high. I'm not shorting at 16. I'm not shorting at 18 or 19. I would be waiting till $20 or higher for any shorts. So HTCO, we are coming up on this play. Let's see what happens here. If we do go $20 or higher, we can get filled and make some money. On the short side, if we do dip on down, we could get a possible dip. So let's see what happens here. 3, 2, 1, and we're live. We are live, guys, and we're about to get halted again, it looks like, right off the rip. I'm not filled on anything. I am not filled on anything right now. HTCO is opening on up and looking like it's going to get halted right away. Halted again. Halted again. Very unusual. So traders, let's actually cancel some orders and try to figure some things on out here. So HTCO. Oh, not filled. That's not what I'm talking about. HTCO, here are my open orders. Let's delete some of these and let's start fresh. So HTCO, obviously the dip buy is not working. The dip buy, we gapped up and we just went crazy. How high can HTCO go? Because right now it says we're going to be opening up now at $22. We are going to be opening up at $22 at this point. Here is our current area, 1853. Where's the old spiking high area? Well, we do have dip buy, $23.50, $25. What is this area? $32. Could something stupid happen, guys? Could we just start seeing this play randomly spike all the way up towards, $24, $25, $26? HTCO, this one is halted at this time. And again, people are saying, hey, let's try to run this thing all the way on up. I don't know. I don't want to lose this $4,000. I don't want to get filled right when it opens. I think I would rather, again, see it open, have it run up to a top area, get filled near a top, and then drop back on down. Like, what's a better area? 26? Something like that now? So I just don't want to get caught up in a short squeeze. If I walk away and I don't get filled with anything, I'm okay with that. I just don't want to get filled if this thing just keeps going up higher and higher and higher. So, I want to be very careful on how I am going to trade this. So I'm thinking about going up towards 26s, 27s, and 28s at this point. HTCO, it is a low float play, 5 million in float. We'll see how much more is left in the tank here. HTCO here, traders. Let's get ready to rock. I'm very excited for this day. Very excited to see what comes on up here next. We have gone from, again, $12 up towards $18 here. And we have room to run all the way up to 26, 27, 28. Is Carr still dumping here? And guys, we want to wait for Carr all the way down towards 160 for dip buys. So Carr, when it comes on down towards around the 160 area, that's where we can get dip buys. So again, HTCO, right now, again, people are going, it looks like it's gapping all the way up to $23. Either A, look for a dip buy. If you can get a dip buy back on down towards like, again, I want to put my both sides in again. I think I like doing both sides. I'm going to play it super safe. $27 or higher, I can go after shorts. That's what I want to do. Super safe. $27 or higher, I can go after shorts. Now, I also want to play it safe on dip buys. Dip buys, guys. Let's see if we can go ahead and look for a dip buy potential play. Where would dip buy be? I would say if this thing comes back on down towards around the 16s, we get filled on that possible dip buy right around $16. So $16.10, $16.22. Then again, we fall on down to $15.80. We can fall on down to $15.50, something like that. So I would say dip buys in the 16.15s, shorts in another $10 from now. And you know, HTCO is the moneymaker. So if I get filled on a dip buy, I will go after it. If I get filled on a short, I will get after it. I will get filled if we come on down towards this area for my dips. And I'll get filled if it goes all the way up towards around $28 over on my shorting. Little heads on up here. So let's see what happens, guys. We might get halted again. And we're on another 5 minutes. This is what's annoying about the 5-minute halts, guys. It does get a little frustrating about all these 5-minute halts, as you guys can realize. Got a little hype over on SGMT. SGMT is not bad. SGMT, this is a stock that is already shortable, so there's a chance that SGMT could just keep on going. Dun, dun, dun. It is 10 o'clock at this time as well. HTCO by far the best play. USCG no. ONCO no. EUDA. Guys, look at EUDA. Kind of very similar. EUDA, very big spike. Could get filled out of top and then drop right back on down. So EUDA, you know, quick little spike and now coming back on down. Looks like that one's halted as well. Yeah, that one is halted over on EUDA. Nothing really too crazy so far today. Could it be the fact that everyone's getting ready for earnings season? Could it be the fact that people are saying, hey, you know what? You know, we're going to have Apple earnings and Bloom Energy earnings and Microsoft earnings and Chipotle earnings and all these other earnings are coming on up. So could people just be like, hey, I don't want to touch anything right now that's on the actual day? It could be, again, pre-market and after hours type of week. But I mean, hey, if we don't get filled on anything and we walk away with $4,300 on this slow Monday, I would do that nonstop. I will take, again, $4,300 every single day for the rest of my life. I mean, that's a good chunk of change. Let's just play the calculator game for a second. Hey, Deck, what if you made $4,300 a day? 4,300 times, again, 251 days in the stock market. We'd make $1 million a day, or $1 million a year. $4,300 a day, 251 days in the stock market would be a $1 million a year. Right now, we got 2 minutes until HTCO opens on up. And then we're going to go from there. Guys, thank you for everyone who's joining us today. Shout out to the squad. Shout out to the community. Shout out to every single person that, again, is waking up on this Money Monday and, again, logging in here, making sure that you guys are ready to rock. As you guys know, June 4th, Small Account Challenge returns for the first time in 2 years. June 4th, we are ready to rock and roll. June 4th will be, again, the time that boys turn into men. It will be the time that, again, soldiers and warriors stand tall. It will be a time that, again, we make our families proud. Let's get ready to go for June 4th. PDT rule is officially ending, and we are going down to a small account team. This is going to be one of the biggest events of the year. It is going to be absolutely monstrous, colossal, superb, superior. It is going to be absolutely insane. June 4th. Get a tattoo of June 4th and you'll be all set, ready to go. It's game time. HTCO going to be a big potential play for us. All right, guys, how high can HTCO go? We are not getting filled until, again, 27, 28, 29, things along those areas. Now, HTCO, I would like to try to get like 1,000 shares. 1,000 shares on the downside, 1,000 shares on the upside. And yeah, you know, it doesn't have that much volume either just yet. You know, HTCO is a little bit of lower volume also. Guys, 10 seconds here. Let's see what we can do. HTCO, it's finally time. Let's see what we can do here. Hopefully we can get filled and actually see a little bit of movement. It looks like we're gapping up again at $21. Let's see what happens here. 3, 2, 1, and we are live. Guys, we are back live right now. We got up to a high of $23. $23. We might be getting halted again on the upside. Now, what's the annoying thing about this, guys? If we just keep getting halted and halted and halted and halted, eventually, you know, we're going to, like HTCO right here, eventually we are going to have that big red hard pullback. We are. Eventually we are going to have that big red hard pullback. Unfortunately, guys, at HTCO, we are not getting filled on these dip buys at $15, and we are still, again, working ourselves on up. So how high can we go at this point? HTCO is halted again as this stock is continuously spiking. Now, again, has gone from the price of $12 to $23. What's next? What's next here? Now, what sucks, unfortunately, is it's probably going to be another 10 minutes. It is probably going to be another 10 minutes here, team. So if you need to, go to the bathroom, grab a cup of coffee, you know, go walk your dog, go make love with your wife, whatever you need to do that you'll be done with in the next 10 minutes, you know, HTCO, it's probably going to take a little bit of time. So we are all set, ready to rock here. Do you still like your shorts? I still like the shorts in the 28s, 29s. I still like that. So, you know, at some point, we are going to open on up, see it get filled, and then big red candle, right? Most likely we're going to have, again, open on up and then drop back on down. Active trader, you're delayed about 6 seconds. That's usually what it always is. Anywhere between 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 should be about max. But again, a lot of people are usually around 2 to 3, 4 seconds. Again, nothing's going to be ever in run, but 6 seconds is pretty good. Right now here, traders. I'm going to run across the room, get myself a new fresh bottle of water. We got a little bit of time. Let's get ready to rock. I'll be back in a second here. Two minutes here, traders, but we're probably going to be another 7 minutes, to be honest with you. Has anyone been filled on HTCO? If you got filled on HTCO, you just have to market order in. That's it. So HTCO, if you want to get in and out, the only ways we're seeing is kind of like market orders. That's really it. Yeah, if you want to jump in over on HCO, you basically just got to jump in on this play. All right, guys, we got 55 seconds. We're probably going to get another Holt. Shorts would be, again, $28 or higher. Shorts in my eyes are $28 and higher at this point. Let's see what we can do. I'm looking at $28 and higher for possible shorts. Now, it is probably, as I said, going to be another 5 minutes. But what we might see here, what might happen, is what I would like to see is we open up, big upper shadow, dump on a red candle. That's what I want here. Let's see if we can have that. Open up, get filled, dump. That would be the perfect situation here. In 3, 2, 1, and another 5 minutes. Ah! It's more just annoying. You know what I mean? It's more just annoying trying to see these plays and trying to like get involved into them, and they're only available to trade for a few seconds. So HTCO here, this is the only trade we actually are seeing. It's the clear-cut #1 top gainer. Then it's YAAS. Guys, YAAS is the #2 top gainer. Is there anything we can do with this? No, it's boring. It's garbage. It's moving sideways. ONCO is the #3 top gainer in the stock market. Is there anything we can do with this? No, there's no volume. USEG, anything we can do with this? This is building lower lows. It's getting weaker. EDSA. EDSA is not bad. EDSA a little choppy, but at least it's alive and moving. PAPL had a quick little spike and dump. But there's nothing that is, again, incredible. If you're taking a look at the best plays of today, the best plays of today are UAIS, dropping on down, USEG, MANE. These plays aren't really doing much. We do know, however, the top gainer on the day is HTCO with a 107% gain. So HTCO, we got to see if this one's going to be able to hold on up, and we'll see what HTCO is going to be able to do for us, but we got another 3 minutes here. Every single person, let's just stay alert and let's just stay ready. SGMT slow and steady as well. So HTCO. Every single one of us is just watching and staying alert. I will look for entries $28 and higher because I do think we might get filled there and then the red candle could occur. We are up already pretty good. I'm not really seeing many plays here so far today, but that's what we're looking at next. Last week we accomplished the prop firm challenge. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely amazing in every way. Now we're back to, again, our real money trading. What's CAR doing for us? Guys, CAR kind of still sitting right around that, 190 mark. Didn't drop on down to 160 yet. It's kind of what I'm looking for. Seeing if CAR could drop on down towards that 160 region for us to be able to get a good dip buy and, good bounce play potential. HTCO by far the best play as of right now. So HTCO, I do think we can get paid on this play. I do. I think we will get paid on HTCO. Let's see what people are saying on the internet out of HTCO. Sometimes I like to just kind of go over and type in HTCO on X and just see if anyone is kind of talking about this play. So if we go to latest, let's see what we have here. HTCO, what is going on here? HTCO. Not really, I mean, it just looks like it's getting halted, it's pumping on up. That's it. It's getting halted and getting pumped on up. We got 1 minute though until the next possible press release. HTCO on watch, guys. Again, 1 minute left. I, again, like $28 and higher for potential shorts if you guys want to look for those as well. And if we do get filled, I think, again, it is a nice area to kind of go after it. So, guys, 28, 29s. That's what I'm looking for on HTCO in the next 40 seconds. I want to see if this play is going to be able to kind of go on any sort of next leg, next spike. Staying ready, staying alert. All traders here. $22 seconds here, traders. 22 seconds. Guys, not filled yet. Not filled yet. Might be getting filled here soon. Remember, $28 or higher is what I want. $28 and higher is... Did I get filled? No! I didn't get filled, guys. I did not get filled. Dang it! It got up to $27.50. It got up to $27.50. I just missed it. I was hoping again I would get, even a little bit filled right there. If I could have just gotten a little bit filled right there, been able to make a little bit of money right there, I mean, guys, how awesome would that have been? So, stock is still doing, very well. Still, again, a hot play. We're continuously keeping our eyes peeled over on this one to see what HTCO is going to be doing next. But you could see here comes a little bit of that pullback. Now, we have not been halted on the downside just yet. Little heads on up. We're still not halted on the downside. There's still a chance it could work itself back on up. But HTCO right here, we were trying to get filled on that $27.50 drop right there. So I was hoping, like, when I saw all those orders go through, I was thinking I was going to get filled really quickly at like 28 something, and then it was going to sell on off. That's kind of what I was looking for right there. But guys, now HTCO getting ugly. All right, traders, gonna cancel my orders right here. HTCO looks like it's about to dump on off. I am canceling my orders. I did not get filled. I just missed out on that entry. So again, I am happy with my trades, but nothing I am doing at this time. So no reason for me to put myself in any sort of bad place. HTCO, this one, even when it does spike, it seems like it's going to just continuously get halted. This has been a little bit of a slow Monday, to be honest. You know, HTCO is the only stock that I need to look at. Other than that, I'm just not really seeing anything I'm head over heels in love with. So, team, hey, very slow day today. A very slow Monday. You know, we were able to absolutely crush it early this morning in pre-market. We're walking away with $4,300. We again gave HTCO a chance, and HTCO might not be done with. But guys, you know, it's just right now, I'm not going to force. Hey, it's been an amazing day, an amazing way to start off the week. It's a little bit slow right now. Unfortunately, there's not as much kind of crazy attention. One of the big reasons I think is because we do have our earnings reports coming on up. Earnings report, as you guys know, is going to be massive this week. This is the biggest week of earnings. We do have earnings on Robinhood, Bloom Energy, SoFi, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, Google, Ford, Qualcomm. We do have Apple. We have SNDK, Western Digital. We have Reddit, some of the biggest ones in the entire market. Team, we will continue to keep our eyes peeled over on HTCO. We will watch HTCO, but I was looking for that first touch of $28 in that rejection. Right now, it's still working itself on up. Unfortunately, it's going to be like, even if it does spike, another 10 minutes, and another 10 minutes, and another 10 minutes, and another 10 minutes. I am not going to touch HTCO at this time. I'm not. I don't have any more entries, just a little heads on up. I have canceled all orders. I am not in on HTCO. This is one of these plays that's kind of like, let's just see how high this one gets up towards. HTCO, it might go higher than I expect. I'm up $4,000 on the day. There is no reason for me to put myself in any position just for myself to lose. I'd rather stay smart. I'd rather stay safe. And I'd rather, again, only put myself in winning positions. So, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a very fun, absolutely awesome day. It's been a great way to kick things on off. It's been a great way to have this Money Monday and the week start off with a $4,000 profit. And I just want to say again, thank you so much for everyone who has joined us on this day. Team, tomorrow we're back live as always, starting at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. We're live trading. We want to make as much money as we possibly can to end off April. Let's keep it up here, traders. Guys, I love you. Congratulations on your profits today. Enjoy again your $4,000 if you again were trading the same stocks that I traded. But I just want to say everything we do is live here in front of you for you guys to make that money. Great job. Great work. Help me wrap this thing on up. You guys know the drill here in 3, 2, 1. Ah! Woo!
In time, ink lines. Bitches couldn't get on my incline. World tours, it's mine. 10 little letters and a big sign. Justin Bieber. You know I'ma hit him with the ether. Guns out, wiener. But I gotta keep an eye out for Selena. Beauty in the beast. Beauty from the east. Beautiful confession to the priest. Beast. Beauty from the streets. You don't get to see. Somebody gonna match my freak. Beauty in the beast. Beauty from the east. Beautiful confession to the priest. Beast. Beauty from the streets. You don't get to see. Somebody gonna match my freak.
Yo, before we get started, I want to know
Choir.
one thing.
Is somebody gonna match my freak? Is somebody gonna match my freak? Is somebody gonna match my nasty? I got stamina, this ain't my athlete. I've been a nasty girl, nasty. I've been a nasty girl, nasty. I've been a nasty girl, nasty. I've been a nasty, 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 nasty. Is somebody gonna match my nasty? I got stamina, this ain't my athlete. Is somebody gonna match my freak?
Do you think about the days when we sat down smoking wine and drinking haze? Or was it the other way?
The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found something so out of the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground, blue sanctuary. Shadow me with your touch, oh Lord, return me to dust. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found.
She showed me movies and I like them too. Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking maybe 60 is so far down.
Ride it, lick it, spit it, go to the side and get all up in it. Kiss it, ride it, can I fit it? Try like sports, she knows I'd hit it.
But that shit chicken, why she texting me? Why she keep calling my phone, speaking sexually? Every time I'm on, why she stressing me? You call her Stephanie, I call her Heffany. You call her Stephanie, I call her Heffany. You call her Stephanie, I call her Heffany.
You wanna guess the color of my underwear? You wanna know what I got going on down there? Is it pretty in pink or see-through? Is it showing off my brand new lower
For this life I cannot change. In the hills, deep off in the main. Eminem, sweet like candy cane.
I just wanna be part of your symphony. We hold me tight and not let go. Symphony, like a love song on the radio.
Pop it, let it bang. For this life I cannot change. In the hills, deep off in the main.
Like a love song on the radio. We hold me tight and not let go.
Gus. I give a rhyme on Gus. Guaranteed to make it right if your night is a bust. Rhyme Gus. I give a rhyme on Gus. Guaranteed to make it right if your night is a bust.
Who's standing in the front yard yelling? Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the hot girls yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Fuck the back page yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the front yard yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the hot girls yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the back page yelling. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Gus, I give a rhyme on Gus. Guaranteed to make it right if your night is a bust.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
What you gonna do with all that junk inside that trunk?
I'ma get you drunk, get you love drunk off my hump.
What you gonna do with all that ass inside them jeans?
I'ma make you scream, make you scream, make you scream. 'Cause of my hump, 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 my lovely lady lumps. Check it out, I drive this stuff that's crazy. I do it on the daily. They treat me really nicely. They buy me all this ice. Check it out.
I want you to be mine again, baby. I know my lifestyle is driving you crazy. I cannot see myself without you. We call a place out, you know what we do. I go out of my way to please you. I go out of my way to see you. I ain't playing no games, I need you.
Oh, it's so fun. People love to receive. She had the power in her hand to shock you like you won't believe. Say, ooh, girl. Shock me like an electric feel. A baby girl. Too young to let you feel.
And I want you to be mine again, baby.
Shock me like an electric feel.
I know my lifestyle is driving you crazy.
The work is mysterious and important.
Yeah, baby.
Now tell me how you love it. You know you at the top and only heaven's right above it. We own it's Young Money, motherfucker. If you ain't running with it, run from it, motherfucker. Alright, now somebody show some money in this bitch. And I got my bees with me like some honey in this bitch. You dig? I got my gun in my boot purse and I don't bust back because I shoot first.
Yes! Oh my God!
Soulja Boy tone. Hot dog back up here, turn my swag on. Took a look in the mirror, said what's up, what's up? Yeah, I'm getting money. Oh, hot dog back up here, turn my swag on. Took a look in the mirror, said what's up, what's up? Yeah, I'm getting money. Oh, Soulja Boy tone. Hot dog back up here.
Bad from me back, where you get your bad from? Thing when me get, but I come from Afghanistan. They don't want to see this cross, make me a beg on me hand. Bad man, you know me vibes can't done. Lyrics them a fire like a bullet from a gun. Big bad man from outer England. When me lyrics start fire, watch out some wire. Now walk with the rapper pam pam. Badder than, bad from me mark. Where you get your butter from? Thing when me get. Gonna come from Afghanistan. They no want to this cross, make me a fed on me hand. But badder than, badder than, badder than, badder than, badder than, badder than. Hit me.
I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, 'cause everything is never as it seems. When I fall asleep, you would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep. 'Cause they fill the open air and leave teardrops everywhere. You think me broke, but I would just stand there.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
No matter where life takes me, find me with a smile. Pursuit to be happy, only laughing like a child. I never thought life would be this sweet. It got me cheesing from cheek to cheek, hey, hey. And I ain't gonna wait for nothing, 'cause that just ain't my style. Life couldn't get better, this gon' be the best day ever.
No, 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 baby, no, 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 don't lie. No, 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 baby, no, 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 you gotta try. What you gonna do when it all comes out? See you, what you all about? No, 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 baby, no, 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 don't lie.
Oh my, good Lord. I never take a day off, work around the clock, my engineer getting paid off. Rock like Ace up, like the weed and take off. So high, cannot see, 8 off. Now I got these rappers all breaking up a sweat. 'Cause every time I get up on the mic, it come correct. And I learned it from the best, always dressing something fresh. With the full little dime, big butt and nice chest.
Man, it's so deep, you know, such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger?
Birds of a feather, we should stick together. And I said I'd never leave. I was
don't know your plans. I just wanna get some. Girls wanna someone with their friends, wanna do it to their ex and they get the job done. Girls just wanna dance. Girls just wanna have fun.
Wait, they don't love you like I love you. Wait, they don't love you like I love you. Wait.
Where you think you're going, baby? Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. But here's my number, so call me maybe. It's hard to look right at you, baby, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
Wait, they don't love